900.
We are live with Tornado
I
Tag.
feel like I'm like, we're back here.
You got all the room in the world
Look at
today.
that.
I'm actually going to adjust that a little quick. Introduce. Want to give us an introduction?
Okay.
Hey,
Go ahead.
interviews with everyday people, Tornado Tag podcast. We are on episode number 12, I believe.
I forget the number totally.
Yeah, I believe we're on 12.
All right, I like that.
And as you can clearly see, Andy and I today are out to change the universe.
I just have an L right here. That's it. That's a
And I'm rocking that.
coffee. See, they're doing the golden trigger when it goes together.
I got a box of Bootios back here. And some Bootios.
Christmas Bootios are probably stale by
Christmas
now.
Bootios.
There we go. Like right here, you can't see them all.
Yeah. Yeah, we did a lot of crazy stuff this weekend.
I don't even know where to start, really. Usually Friday is where we're going to start.
3 big shows. Yeah, I'd say start with that.
All right, well let's do this. Let's go non WWE first. We'll go G1. Or do you want to go Friday,
G1
Saturday,
or Saturday?
Let's go by the day.
By the day?
Yeah.
All right, so you got the NXT card up?
No, I didn't see any of the other shows. There was 32 or 33 shows total.
Janela's spring break, I believe it was midnight Friday night or midnight Saturday.
There was 2 Joey Janela shows. Yeah, my friend was I think he was gonna ref one. You think he did ref one? Yeah, with the Invisible Man spot.
Hey Alexis, how you doing?
And
Welcome
Pizza
to
Party
the chat.
Wrestling he was at. And I know Stepdad's at Pizza Party Wrestling on Thursday.
The stepdads are some cool dudes. Let me tell you, like inside the ring, their gimmicks are a little heelish, but those dudes are such down to earth dudes. I met them at Outbreak.
Yeah.
And like just talking to those dudes, they are some of the dudes that truly like being wrestlers.
Yeah, they're good guys.
Real quick before we get started, Alexis in the chat, go check out I don't know the actual link. So put the link in there just to add. But it's the Interviews with Everyday People fan page. It covers all 4 shows. It's an Instagram account.
I'm sure she can put it on.
And definitely go check that out. She makes that really cool fan page. A lot of cool stuff. Every show she kind of takes a screen grab of us, and we're always like making weird faces. But really cool stuff. So go give that a follow. Follow us on Instagram, Interviews with Everyday People. We put all of our shirts, what drinks we're doing, and it covers all 4 shows as well.
Yes.
All right, so
Alexis, anymore you do screenshots of my face is really weird. Can you please edit that?
just blur his face out.
Yeah, something, please.
The Snapchat filter.
Yeah,
there you go. Snapchat filter.
You put a dog face on.
I'll take
Oh,
it.
that's not really
I'll
loud.
take that. Oh,
What's that?
We're a little loud.
Yeah, it just
got loud.
Did it jump somehow?
I don't think so. We'll
Oh,
turn it down.
that's weird.
We'll turn it down.
All right. Hey, that's fine. That's nice. Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
But NXT TakeOver New York.
This is
my
Friday night.
very long Friday.
Did you go? Oh yeah, but you picked up. My friend
I worked 9 hours, drove to Philadelphia, picked up Austin,
boy.
and came all the way back to Pottsville.
No Austin on the phone today. He's doing some schoolwork, so he's unable to make it. Tyler unable to make it. He's super busy with Brewfest coming up, and he's making beers. So he's actually making a wrestling beer. So that's kind of cool. I won't reel it because I don't know if that's a public thing.
Oh, you know the name?
Yeah.
Cool, man. That's cool.
Yeah,
It's Mr. Deppin's brew.
Oh,
yeah. So
nice.
But so that's cool. Actually, we'll get into Mr. Deppin as well because he had
an interesting weekend to say the least.
Yeah, he had a cool Mania weekend.
And he's not even the one that they were talking about booking after the fact.
I honestly listen. It's cool. We'll get into it, but I think in a situation like that, you got to look at both guys because Deppin put a great show on.
You have to
helping the guy.
Yeah.
He has to get noticed. There's something going on. Like he has to get picked up soon.
And
he's getting himself out there. He's going to a lot of big shows.
Yeah.
He's traveling the country. I mean, he's doing everything the right way.
Yeah. Anyways,
so back to our long Friday.
Started with the tag team match.
And mind you, we started watching this about an hour late because of traffic.
Yeah.
But it was the NXT Tag Team Championship match between the War Raiders and Aleister Black and Ricochet.
Don't say War Machine.
Yeah. I predicted that Aleister Black and Ricochet wouldn't win, but it was phenomenal tag team match.
I thought it was good, but I don't know, for some reason I was kind of like, I don't know, I wasn't super into it, but it was a good match. It was very good.
I thought that was a great way to kick off the show. I mean, they all went for it like their golden days back in the independent circuit, and they just left everything out there. I truly enjoyed that match to kick off the show.
So how about the high flyers of the show were Ricochet and
Warbeard Hansen.
Yeah.
doing moonsaults.
Yeah, he always does the moonsault and springboard.
Front flip off the top rope to the outside.
The handspring back elbow.
Yeah, handspring back elbow.
And Ricochet with the body slam.
He picked him up and slammed him.
Yeah, picked him up. So
and then he got Warbeard doing the cartwheel.
Oh yeah.
Really, really cool storytelling in the ring too, because it started off where they had that mutual respect. So they were like, Aleister Black went for the kill shot and just rested his foot on
Oh yeah, and he's
his
Rowe's
neck.
shoulder.
Like,
After Rowe pulled his punch in the beginning, he could have knocked him clean out, and he pulled his punch right on the chin.
So a lot of very good storytelling. That's a trend for this NXT card. I feel a lot of really good in-ring storytelling. A lot of stuff that if you weren't paying attention, you missed it.
The storytelling was amazing, but the fact that they almost green-lighted everything for this pay-per-view was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
They almost said no to nothing, and I'm pretty sure that has a lot to do with Shawn Michaels.
I don't know what they would have said no to. Like,
I mean, Shawn Michaels wrote this whole card, and of course, being WrestleMania weekend, who else would you rather have write the card than that man?
Yeah, he's doing big things at NXT. I think now that Shawn is getting more attention at the NXT brand, I still feel that I think that's going to be Shawn's project, and Triple H is going to go main card.
Maybe once Vince finally leaves, or if he gets wrapped up in XFL.
Yeah,
I mean,
please don't fire us.
Hopefully.
Vince. Oh, sorry, Vince.
Oh, Vince. Oh, don't say Vince.
God damn it!
He got fired. Everyone's getting fired.
He fired 2 writers for saying his name.
Yeah, how dumb of all things.
And Road Dogg quit.
Yeah. I think that's because like they're getting fired. He's like, that's stupid. And
I think Road Dogg's heading with Billy Gunn now.
he might. I mean, okay, can't blame him.
Yeah.
Jim Ross is officially there.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost inevitable that Who's Who is heading down south.
Mm-hmm. So next match.
Next match is a personal favorite of yours, featuring the Velveteen Dream and the original Bro.
Last second go off in my head.
So I didn't watch a lot of the NXT lead up to this.
It wasn't much really.
There wasn't even really a match towards it. It was just them, couple vignettes, couple promos.
Yeah, it was just
we're gonna go at it.
So
challenging them. That's about it.
So the match, once again, the storytelling to this match is what that Matt is kind of like hey, everything's cool, everything's smiling, and Velveteen Dream's like, you'll never take this seriously. And he turned into a monster. Like, he turned into a killer. Like, he beat the garbage out of Velveteen Dream. Some very stiff shots.
Yeah. He hit him with the Bro Mission 4 or 5 times in that match.
Yeah.
I thought they were well together, but it was a clash of styles, definitely.
Yeah, it was a definite clash of styles, but I thought it worked very well.
I think if that wasn't there, it would have been a better match. It was still good.
Yeah.
But, and then I really thought Velveteen Dream was going to tap out the end. Then Matt Riddle starts throwing the elbows and stuff. I'm like, oh, it's over. And then he just gets the pin. I'm like,
he did that to Cassius Ohno and made him tap out due to strikes.
Yeah. And Velveteen Dream kept going to the top. I was like, okay, going to the top a little bit too much. Yeah. Like, go up again, go up again. It's like,
I enjoyed that match as well.
I mean, one thing I do enjoy about Dream is his unique moveset. I mean, that rolling Death Valley driver is just a thing of beauty.
He came out with
Andy does that. Hickory Valley driver.
He came out as the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
That's a cool entrance. Yeah.
But it was geared up like Macho Man gear then.
Yes. Yeah, we were all kind of like guessing at what he was going to do for New York, and I spat out, oh, he's going to come out like Statue of Liberty watching.
Yeah, and he did. Yeah, and he did.
That makes sense.
Well, he did Biggie last time in Brooklyn. He came out with a Biggie, like Biggie Smalls.
Oh, really?
He had like a crown, and then because the one album cover, Biggie's wearing a crown, and he has like this weird like sweater jacket on, and he wore that.
I didn't get it.
Yeah. Then we go on to the UK match,
the
correct?
United Kingdom Championship between Pete Dunne and Walter.
Now, people said that this is a match of the year candidate.
Absolutely.
I would say no to that.
I would say only because that the UK style doesn't do it for me. Did I think it was a good match? Absolutely. Do I think it was match of the year?
No, because that means it's 5 stars. I'm gonna give 5 stars.
Yeah.
We got to remember the UK style kind of mimics the Japanese strong style. I mean, some of them are actually out there punching each other and hitting each other and making it look damn close.
Here's the thing with that. Walter obviously chops very, very hard.
We were cringing watching Walter chop people, myself and Austin, because we knew how Walter
Pete Dunne's chest wasn't that beat up.
No, a little bit, but now I've seen
his back had it more than his chest.
Like when Walter and PCO had the match, it kept chopping it. They're all and they're all red. But yeah,
maybe maybe Pete Dunne just has some thicker skin or what.
Yeah, and there was some times when Pete Dunne was body slam.
Resident wrestling expert here. Yeah. What is the secret to the chop?
Nothing.
You just take a chop.
Nothing. There's no secret. If you cup it, it makes a louder sound.
Would you rather someone hold off on a chop and get no reaction, or would you rather just let them hit you? Like, you know how when someone does a chop and there's not even a smack.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like it's more of a thud where you're like, you like punch me in the chest, not really slap me.
Or like a Big Show chop where he
they're the worst.
Yeah. I took a few chops. They're not fucking.
You want to do it there and like go like brush up, like that's how Flair would do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I Pete Dunne's like picking Walter up some points. I'm like, like he picks him up for his finisher and like no problem. Like,
that's hard to believe considering Walter's character is he's supposed to be this dynamic brute that nobody can really do anything with.
Which is good because I get it. They had to make Pete Dunne look a little strong because he held it so long.
Yeah, which is okay.
And it's
I figured Walter had to win.
It's a nice redemption match to come back to.
Yeah, they'll have a rematch, I'm sure. Or something.
When we all predicted it, I mean, he was asking for the time off, and after 685 days, one of the longest championship reigns in history of any organization, he's earned that time off.
Yeah, I wouldn't say match of the year. I wouldn't say 5 stars. I'd say like 3.5 to 4. That's where I put it. I mean, very good match, but not. I don't know. It just didn't have that. Like, didn't jump out at me. Like
now you give the title to a guy like Walter, who's basically going to hold it until Pete comes back.
Well, I don't know who else who would you. Jordan Devlin.
Yeah.
I mean, you get to have him feud again with Joe Coffey.
Yeah, I don't know. Joe Coffey,
doesn't do it for you.
No, 75% of the UK roster doesn't do it for me.
I don't know why. I really like Wolfgang.
Yeah, they all just look too similar to me.
Yeah, and that kind of their style is not. I don't do it. I like Rhea Ripley and Toni Storm.
I love Rhea Ripley. I actually was a huge Toni Storm fan until I seen Rhea Ripley, and I like her a lot. I'm very high on her. I want her.
I think they might switch her with the Superstar Shake-Up.
I want her in America.
You really think they're going to swap that deep in the NXT?
Is she the champion now, or is Toni Storm champion?
Toni Storm.
Okay.
Toni Storm.
They might.
Yeah.
Well, they're up that and 205 are in the.
I mean, I know they said nobody on NXT is safe. They're draftable.
Everybody is going,
But they didn't really specify that it was NXT UK as well. And I think with that young brand, I think it'll be probably a bad thing to start farming them
take
right
one,
away.
but then send.
I would move
people.
some of the US UK guys to US NXT to UK to give them some more power.
Send Cassius Ohno over there.
I get rid of. I think they did.
I would.
Yeah, he's over there.
I'd send Cassius. Like, there's a few guys. I would probably even like.
I'd get rid of 205 and cut him between the two.
If Sheamus is on his way out, I would send Cesaro over to UK for a little bit, just like that. Like, cause he could be a UK world champ.
That would completely ruin everything he's done for the last 5 years.
I don't think it would.
Not really, because I mean, so it's already done.
All right. So if Finn Balor left WWE, no longer champion, and went back to NXT and took over the title, would that be a downgrade for him?
It would be because he's not on the main roster, but the matches would be better.
Yeah, the matches would be better, but I think it would be a downgrade for him considering the titles he's now held.
Yeah, but
granted, he's only held the Universal title for 1 day, and now he's the 2-time Intercontinental champion.
I think the mindset of that NXT is not
lesser.
Is lesser. I think that's a bad way to look at it.
It always will be. It's the training thing. So,
I mean, it realistically, if you make the main roster and you get sent back down, chances are you messed up somewhere.
It's kind of a downgrade.
They have nothing for you.
But it's better. Like,
but at the same time, if they have nothing for me, I'd rather pull the Austin Aries. I'm like, okay, can I have my release? Yeah. If you got nothing for me, I'm not going to waste my time.
But why would you? All right, so you're Universal Champion. They're like, you're going to lose the title. You're probably going to be, on a shelf for 3 or 6 or 4 months till we find something for you.
Yeah, I wouldn't be happy with that.
Yeah, I'd be.
Would you rather sit in the back and do nothing? We could send you back to NXT. You'll still make WWE money, and you'll probably have a new storyline, new gimmick work, some young guys, help them out, and have NXT showcasing. Or would you rather leave the company and go make Impact money?
I see. My thing about it is, what's wrong with my gimmick? If I'm the champion, you put the title on me for a reason. Obviously, it's not my gimmick. And then now you're not gonna have anything for me for 4 to 6 months. I'd rather fake an injury and go sit at home for 4 to 6 months until you figure something out.
I'd want to keep working, and I would love to go to NXT because it looks like a great place to work.
Yeah,
I don't.
Pac did that. They had nothing for him. He was pissed off about it, and he took his ball and home.
Well, he went home and he wanted released. They wouldn't release him, and then they just kind of sat and did nothing. And
I don't think he was getting paid the whole time. Yeah, he waited till his contract ran out, and he's like, okay.
It all depends if you're happy or not.
Yeah. I don't know. I think going to NXT is not a bad thing. I just me.
Certain guys like a Tyler Breeze or somebody like that, absolutely send him back. Let him rework everything. Because his pop he got when he came out for that match in NXT was ridiculous.
Because the crowd the NXT crowd is different than a main roster.
Yeah,
crowd.
it is.
It's 100% different. Like the people who pay to go to the NXT show are not the same people who are paying to go to WrestleMania show.
The people that pay to go
There's crossover, but not
The NXT crosses over more to the WWE, the main roster, than main roster crossover.
Yeah,
NXT.
there's people that watch Raw SmackDown that don't know anyone in NXT.
Exactly.
Never watched
the people who actually watch NXT are that unique crowd that truly respects independent wrestling.
Mhm.
All those independent guys that they have a hard time seeing on the West Coast that never really come over here, that's their way to do it. And I think that's why NXT gets the bigger pops. Because it's like, oh, sweet, I'm going to pay, what did I pay for the last one? $50. I paid $50 and got to see all the dudes I never thought in a million years I got to see. I got to see Aleister Black there, The Dream, Gargano, Ciampa.
You're talking live show now.
Yeah, live show. This was down in Bethlehem. And then, of course, douchebag EC3 was there, and I got a good crowd pop out of him.
He had a great match.
Yeah.
Oh, I screamed Derek Bateman at the top of my lungs. He literally turned around. He's like, "F you, buddy!" Well, he's in the corner getting chopped.
He's been like the fastest to nothing I've seen.
Yeah,
a superstar go.
When he got
signed, nothing.
When he got thrown in, and he got immediately tossed out in the battle royal. I'm like, he has nothing. He has nothing.
They have nothing for him. They had nothing for him.
Like that, the jacked up guy.
So all right,
but obviously,
next match is the women's 4-way for the NXT Women's Title. Io Shirai versus Kairi Sane versus Bianca Belair versus Shayna Baszler. I thought it was great.
Great match.
Not 5 stars, but it was a great match.
Here's a question I want to throw out to you, and if you're in the chat and you want to put your stance into this, Shayna Baszler.
Mm-hmm. I think she should have lost it. But
can she go down as one of the better NXT Women Champions of all time?
Yeah.
Now some people will be like, no, she's not better than Asuka. She's not better than Ember. She's not better than when Paige. Here's my argument for that. When they were women and they were headlining NXT shows, they weren't getting the same pop as they are now. That women's revolution thing was happening, but it wasn't at the peak. Shayna Baszler, for the last couple takeovers, she's followed one of the better matches of the night every single time, and still her match is good, and she fills it. Like, they purposely put her in a slot in the card
to succeed.
Not really, to kind of, the crowd is, because the Walter done then the women's match. She went after Ciampa, and
she went before the main event.
But I'm saying she went the last one card. She went before Gargano Dream. She went before Ricochet versus
Adam
Cole. Like, the matches she's followed are incredible matches.
Hard to follow.
Yeah, and she still goes out there and puts a great show on.
Here's my thing about it, and I completely agree with you that she could go down that way. The thing about Asuka is they built Asuka up so hard. The fact that she never lost for 580 some days is ridiculous. I completely thought it was ridiculous. Like, she's good, but nobody is ever that good.
Yeah.
And now
I liked it, but then of course
it was very nice to get that loss out of Matt Riddle as well.
Right.
I think if she wasn't hurt, that she would have gave the victory to somebody.
But the streak made her tapping to Charlotte. I would have never seen that coming, and I liked it. I liked that finish.
But now that you had Shayna Baszler, who clearly has lost the Io Shirai, she's lost a few matches. It shows that she's versatile, she's multi-talented, and she can actually go out there and put somebody over extremely well.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big fan of Bianca Belair either. No, she's
your next UK. She's your next NXT Women's Champion
in due time.
Her Io Shirai.
Yeah,
I think Io Shirai and Kairi are going to get bumped.
Yeah, well, Paige is supposed to bring a tag team up, so everyone's thinking them. But then someone's like, "Oh, watch it be Nia," and to me, and it's like, "Wah, wah."
They'll get moved up to the tag team.
Well, she had a send off. Kairi did at the NXT tapings.
Really?
She was crying. She was crying and stuff. So it's like, oh,
she's going. They're going to go
the main roster.
They're going to be a tag team.
Yeah,
I hope so.
And in Tampa Bay and the Pirate thing.
Yeah,
she's a guarantee. Yeah. She'll be tag team champion
unless they forget about her and she's.
Yeah, it don't take much.
She's Nikki Cross.
Yeah,
but
you know.
Bianca Belair.
When she picked both of them up.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
Inverted,
KOD, whatever she calls it.
Yeah,
that was one of the most impressive things I've ever seen out of a woman in wrestling.
Yeah, it's not like they both weigh much, but for her, that's a lot.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean,
I don't know if I can pick up 2 dudes like that.
I mean, I know she was an Olympic class sprinter in college. She was fast as hell. All she did was lift. She said, like, during college, all she did was lift. So for her to be able to pick up 2 women, roughly about maybe 300 pounds between the 2 of them.
I don't know if it's that much, but still, it's a lot.
That's impressive.
Kyri's about 110, maybe. He was a little more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a great spot. I
like when Kyrie and Io had their little face off there.
Yeah,
because like one would push him off and say, like, "What are you doing?
Yeah.
And they had their little
It was a
Japanese.
The finish baffled me in the match, though. Of all the ways you could have had it go down, and you just, hey.
I thought they were going to do the same thing where she was going to pin Shayna like
Yeah.
Dream did. And I was like, oh, no. And she taps with, well, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that was she
They
made
definitely protected a lot of the finishes in that night, too.
Yeah. Yeah, she still looks tough, but everyone had a great showing in that Fatal 4-Way, which is good.
I thought it was really good. And then next is the main event.
Holy crap.
And your gripe.
I like the
the
5-match
night.
card. 5 matches and you're in and out.
Your gripe of the night was the main event.
Too many false finishes.
I don't mind. It's the main event.
I think
and they're going
you
all out.
made Adam Cole's finishes look like they were absolutely weak.
Well, it's only the jumping knee anyway.
He landed a jumping knee. He dropped the kill shot. He dropped super kick after super kick, which is his signature.
Panama Sunrise.
Panama Sunrise
did that.
twice.
No, he did do it twice.
And Gargano kicked out of every single one. Then lands one. Like, so here's my thing. If you're a Gargano fan, I can see it. He's a likable guy. By the beginning of the match, they were booing him. By the end of it, they were cheering him.
There was a crowd that was very into the heels all the time.
Yeah.
Could Johnny Gargano go down as one of the best NXT superstars of all time?
Yeah.
Now there's a guy that has 5-star matches.
Yeah.
This one wasn't, but it was very good.
Now my
a
thing
little
is
slow in the beginning.
My thing is you're complaining about a Roman Reigns style booking where he just squashes people or he takes a beating and takes finisher after finisher and then still finds a way to win. Don't complain about Roman if you like that Gargano match because Adam Cole's finishes look like they were garbage. He kicked out of way too many of them. You don't need that. Like it was just too many false finishes for me.
I didn't mind because his finishers aren't that. It's not like a big devastating.
Yeah,
move.
but I mean, but that's not his fault either. You know what I mean? Like,
and super kicks.
Like you're like, oh, he should have hit a second one. Like it was just like, then he gets jumped by 3 people and then kicks out.
Yeah.
Of it. Like it's like what the fuck? Like either give the guy the title or don't. You know what I mean? Or like it was too much.
And Gargano did it was almost the exact same thing as Pete Dunne's finisher, where it's like the full Nelson into face buster. I forget what he called it.
Fantastic match. They sold it. It looked amazing. They killed it. That was my only gripe. Is too many falls.
I think the 2 falls should have been after like 10 minutes.
Yeah. The crowd was out of
like
it.
5 minutes.
They drug it out. It was almost 25 minutes in between
the
2
crowd
falls.
didn't care until the 3rd fall.
Yeah, because in every 2 or 3 falls match, one guy's getting one, the other guy's getting another.
And then they're going to drag it out as long as possible and make it.
I think they should just had it
grab you.
spear regular match.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I liked it. Not
then
5 stars though.
At the end of the night, they broke kayfabe again.
I thought, I was like, our Chopper's gonna hit him with the crutch again.
What if he just came out and goes?
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking.
Or he made out with his girl and punched.
Yeah. But Candice gives him the low blow, and
that
awesome.
goes to show me that right there. When Ciampa comes back, he won't be NXT.
Well, it depends when it
DIY is going to be a thing.
DIY will be a thing.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to send Ciampa back to NXT just for a few weeks, just to get his ring rust off. Get his ring rust
Unless
off.
Unless Gargano's not there, then no.
Leave him there for maybe 6 months, and then whenever.
I think that's too long.
Well, no. Set up a big pay-per-view like one of the big 4.
See, I think he'll be house shows, but he won't be televised.
Set him up for like a Royal Rumble or a Survivor Series. Set him up for something, a big pay-per-view to bring him in.
The only problem with them too is Vince is gonna see them and say they're too small.
Yeah, same with Cole.
And they're not. Yeah,
it's gonna happen to Cole too. That's why
Adam Cole is smaller than.
That's why a lot of these NXT guys are like, I want to be in the Super Share Shakeup, but we literally have 4 months or 5 or 6 months till Vince is probably gone.
Yeah,
and then we'll be safe.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's that.
You're gonna get called up, and if you're 5'7",
yeah,
205 live.
Yeah. Very good send off. Very good send off for Black and
I thought so.
Yeah, I hate to go backwards, but this is the last thing I want to talk about NXT, and then we'll move on. Why would you like that was a crazy thing to do the 450 or 640 or whatever hell it is 630 and land directly on your back.
Yeah,
scary.
Wild.
No,
scary.
When the Superstar Shakeup happens, I can see this with the NXT.
They're going.
God somewhere. Damn it, Hunter! What are you giving me?
Yeah,
205 live. Two Asians? Yeah. What do you want me to do with 2 Asians? We already got Asuka.
I feel SmackDown's going to be the heavy show because it's on Fox.
What are the odds that
those moving to Friday? So
I have a feeling you're going to see Io Shirai and Kairi Sane on Raw because there's a rumor going around that Sasha Banks is not happy whatsoever and might want her release.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Get River. But,
bye.
She pulled out of the she was supposed to be on Wendy Williams'
Yeah.
talk show or something. And some
Yeah, she
personal
pulled out
reasons.
like the day before, like that morning, and
Who knows? You know, with that.
Some rumors that
she claimed it was a personal.
What would her
reason.
name be in
Michael-
AEW? You know?
Michael Cole supposedly
Michael
yelled at Pat
Cole?
McAfee and he got pissed.
Because he wore shorts. Get over it, Cole. They're shorts.
For what? To do commentary?
Well, no. When he did the early
pre-show.
thing, he had a
So
nice
every time
white suit
every time
coat.
he's on camera,
Yeah.
he wears a nice suit and then he wears shorts.
Yeah, he
you
was
never
wearing
see
jorts.
flags, yeah.
He was wearing jorts.
Wow.
And then Cole got on him saying, like, you can't wear jorts to WrestleMania. It's the showcase of the Immortals.
Wow.
He went out and got tailored suit,
Yeah.
shorts.
That's
And
funny.
now everybody was like telling him, like, oh, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. And Cole must have been shooting him a new one backstage in front of a shit ton of people. He grabbed his
Mhm.
bag. He was ready to leave and quit. One of the digital guys went and talked to Vince about him. I guess Vince knew about how LeBron has one. He's like, oh, yeah, I really like that suit. It was okay with me. I love Pat's outfit. So
No,
Vince
no,
loved Pat's
Is
outfit.
he-
Pat doesn't need
Is
this.
he a football player or is he a
He's
football?
a retired football player.
Okay.
Retired.
But he's doing so well with like he has his own like
Show, podcast.
Yeah, his own podcast,
Oh, okay.
his own
Yeah.
he has his own YouTube channel.
Kind of like
now.
that Sam Roberts has his
Yeah.
own
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's hilarious.
I mean, he
Um,
brings in NFL
I
players.
didn't
He brings in
hear anything
wrestlers.
about that.
Before we get to the G1, let's just quick do Hall of Fame.
I didn't see a second except for the Bret Hart thing.
Yeah, that's all I saw.
So I
And I don't really
I
care.
won't go long. Honky Tonk Man was. I mean, it was what it was. Trying to think. Brutus Barber Cave. It was a good story. I
Hulk
thought.
inducted him, which was fitting.
Yeah.
We'll be friends forever.
Tori Wilson had a great speech.
Yeah.
Very good
Yeah, her
speech.
dad died 2 days prior or something.
And her thing to say, like, listen, like, I don't ask, like, her quote, her tie-in was asking for permission is weak. Like, don't ask for, like, if someone tells you, oh, you don't belong to do something, do it anyway. Like, if there's an opportunity in your life
Yeah.
to check that yes box because and if you're scared, do it. Because she said, like, listen, people didn't think I belonged here, and I didn't ask for their permission to
No.
think I belong here. But none of these guys, and it kind of goes to the wrestling fan. It's like she kind of pulled a Sami Zayn. Like, I'm not here for you. Like, just because you think I suck or I'm not good, don't do it because you've never laced the boots up. You know what I mean? And I kind of respect that. Like, me personally, like, I couldn't personally hate on another person's craft if I've never tried to do it myself. I can critique maybe other things, but like, I would never bash somebody for that. You know what I mean? And I thought her speech was really, really well and
It's
very
kind of the
inspiring.
same concept with Ronda Rousey. Nobody thought she ever belonged there, and she's proven them wrong.
Oh, Ronda's a better wrestler than Tori. Everyone was.
Yeah.
Tori was there because
But it's the same concept.
That's the reason.
And she said that too. She was, I wasn't hired for my wrestling ability.
Yeah, she wasn't. She was hired to be like a
Yeah,
She was
valet.
hired to be a
Yeah.
valet.
Yeah.
And she was good at that.
Well, she was married to Billy Kidman at the time.
She
So it was a
was,
package
yeah.
deal.
Yeah. And then Bret Hart, obviously the induction, very good speech.
And then the
And then we're not even going to give it too much talk, but an asshole came out and took a beating for it.
Yeah.
Actually, he didn't even take a beating. He took one good
No.
knockout punch from Dash
He
Wilder.
he
He-
took more punches than that.
Travis Brown. Travis Brown met
There's a lot
him.
of Bulldog son
So
was
here's
on
the
him,
cool
too.
thing about that too. So you have a guy. So
Where was the security?
that was what pissed a lot of people off because the
Well, I guess they
wrestlers
figured who's gonna.
the wrestlers took the guy
involved.
to security.
Yeah.
So here's a thing to think about for Shane McMahon. You watched a man punch your dad in the face. No matter how much you think you're over that, if you watch your dad take a punch in the face, regardless of what he did, it's gonna stick to your brain. Shane was one of the first people in there
Defending Brett.
seen the guy running towards the ring, and Shane and Travis Brown were the first two that reacted.
And then you see Drake Maverick was like, right,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
And
Still.
Jake Maverick, I mean, but
Braun was right
Shane and Travis Brown missed him by that
Yeah,
much.
and Bulldog's son was right there.
Yeah,
Boy
Davey
Jr.,
Boy Smith.
and he laid in some
He
punches.
threw a couple
I'm
beatings on him.
surprised he wasn't even invited
Yeah,
after
'cause
the way
he's
they
in Japan.
left. Yeah.
Yeah. But Travis Brown, while he was down, he rained some down.
Yeah, that
And
poor
then
guy got some
Dash
shots.
Wild went over and gave him a shot
Yeah.
too.
Dash Wilder's like the hero of the generation now for
Yeah.
one quick.
Yeah. They finished the speech. It was a great speech. It was cool to see. Then I'm trying to think, is anyone else in there that I want to talk? Luna got inducted, but she didn't get like
It
anything.
was like the legacy wing, and it was like Walker
Yeah.
McDaniel, who I never.
Luna
liked.
got in?
Yep,
Yeah, she
Luna's in.
was legacy wing.
Yeah,
they
legacy.
just say your name and that's
Yeah,
it.
she was probably one of the bigger names.
Why didn't they even say her? Why wasn't it even announced
I
then?
don't know.
Yeah, she was.
Usually they announce everything.
They always
Yeah.
do the legacy thing on the low. It's
Yeah.
like 6 or 8 people.
Yeah.
It's kind of people that they don't feel are big. It's usually old guys that
I
never.
mean,
wrestled
Luna
there.
was
Yeah, she
kind of
was some,
impactful
yeah.
on the
I
Attitude
loved.
Era.
I loved.
She was one of the few women that could actually work. She was one of the few women that could actually work in the 90s.
Especially back then,
Yeah.
Then DX got inducted. Good speech.
Couple low blows.
Sean didn't talk. He barely talked.
Really? Oh, wow.
Billy Gunn did his speech. Road Dogg did speech. Xbox took most of the time.
Well, Sean talked about China.
He did a short thing about China, but he said, I have nothing else to say. I've been here twice.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So,
This is my second time. He goes, thank you, China. He was the one who opened the gates to China. But he kind of did a pre-thing before everyone else. And then they said they have to get their readers on. So everyone put like glasses. And then Triple H pulled up big googly eye glasses and they're all cross-eyed. And he goes, Sean, I think I got yours.
that's
and then Sean turned around and he had the Satchmo ones with the big nose. He goes,
okay.
I definitely have yours then.
That's funny.
You know what? Now I'm going to have to go back and watch that.
It's a great speech. They definitely gave China the love she deserves. She still deserves to be a singles person.
Yeah.
She'll get it.
She was super impactful. Trying to think what else. A lot of really good stuff there. And then they made a thing like, hey, you can't say Vince, and they did that whole shtick. And Billy Gunn says, well, he can't fire me. And Vince got Chip got the mic and goes, he'll buy that pissant company just to fire you again.
Yeah, it's like no.
The spot with the water gun though was hilarious.
Yeah, so then Billy Gunn would shoot the water gun and it dribbled out the top, and they're like, well, we're getting old. It happens. And
it happens in our age.
Sean goes, well, it's good to see Billy's all in or something. Like he came with us even though he's all in. Do I think they were like, fuck that company? No. I think Tripp said piss that company to just put heel heat, but I don't think it's like, I hate these guys. I hope they don't succeed. I legit think like guys like Sean and Tripp are like, you know what? I hope it works for them.
I mean, they've never stepped on each other's toes yet.
No.
They haven't crossed paths where, okay, we're taking this guy, and this guy.
Not yet.
Now SmackDown's moving to Friday, right?
Yeah, and AEW is supposed to be Tuesday because it's going to start in October.
Exactly.
And I was like, that's awesome.
They're moving.
Are they going to get the
moved.
Thursday spot too?
Well, they're only doing one show.
Yeah. So
we could do two a week.
No, I don't think they need.
I think they moved to be cordial. That's my opinion. Yeah. Why do a war?
Well, especially right when you're starting.
Exactly.
You don't need to.
You don't need to fight for supremacy that early.
There's really no need to fight at all for the wrestling spotlight. There's so much great stuff to watch.
Yeah, let's go on Tuesday. Let them have Tuesday.
Let's just hope maybe now ROH can get like an actual TV deal, and then
they do. They're just on at 11 p.m.
Yeah, it's a shitty deal.
Oh, really?
They're on CW at 11 to 12.
Well, Sinclair they own so many channels, but they don't put the steam behind it.
Yeah, just put them on a Friday night or something like that.
They're on Friday night.
Well, I mean, but on a different time slot.
Yeah, on a reasonable time.
Yeah,
you got to remember though, Friday night on the CW, the network they're on has Arrow.
Yeah, but they
Flash.
Have so many channels they can put them on Saturday.
Yeah,
put them on Thursday.
But let's be honest, that war is going to happen. They're going to cross paths sooner or later down the road.
I don't think so.
Eventually, I don't think they should ever move the shows to the same day. Why?
Impact made that mistake.
Yeah, I wouldn't. If I was AEW, I wouldn't.
There's no need.
Oh, no. I'm not saying that war is just the fact that people are going to be coming available, and that's when the war is going to happen.
Well, that's going
to be the fight.
People are going to jump back and forth.
Yeah.
Well, why not? You're trying to make the most money.
So. I mean, if you really want to you're going to say, well, Raw did this numbers this week and they did this number on Tuesday. You'll have that.
Yeah.
But I think to put them on the same night is just maybe it's cool and the wrestling fans like I want to flip back and forth. I wouldn't even just let people.
I'd rather watch the one show. Yeah.
Exactly.
Now let's be honest. We all know,
especially if it's streaming.
You know? Right now is pretty much prime signing time. A lot of the people's contracts are coming up. We know who's going where. We know who's leaving.
Before you get into that, there's one last thing for Hall of Fame. If you are someone who hates Baron Corbin and you can't stand him, I want to break some really hard news for you. That dude is going to get a monster push one day. Ugh. It's coming. He's going to be a big deal because during the Hall of Fame speech, they took squirt guns out and started squirting them.
Yeah.
And pretty much the entire crowd left. The superstars left, and Tripp got out of the ring and he was aiming at people and shooting them. And he looked over and he got out of the ring and purposely ran over to Baron Corbin and was shooting him direct point blank. And they had this big laughing. Baron Corbin is a guy. I just think he's one of those guys that's being watched by the right people.
And in an interview,
he's going to be the Jinder Mahal guy.
Yes.
I don't know. I think he's going to be a.
What's your favorite Baron Corbin match?
I think put with the right people. I think he's super athletic. He has a great finisher. His
finisher is cool.
He's a good heel.
Deep six?
Yeah, he's a good heel.
No, at the end of days. That's swinging.
I like deep six.
Deep six and the end of days are cool moves. He's better now that he has a haircut.
Now they just give his gear back.
I kind of liked his hair like that before
with a big bald spot.
Yeah, I kind of
give him his gear back. That suit's killing me.
Give him an axe murderer gimmick. You know?
But
But yeah.
Kurt's actually embraced Baron Corbin and gave Baron Corbin his blessing.
Yeah, that was a waste.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. I don't mind it.
Well, no, not necessarily the match. He did an interview, and they asked him about the Baron Corbin thing. He was like, Baron Corbin has my blessing. I mean, the guy's everything I wish I could have been at that age.
He's not going away. What I'm trying to say, he's not going anywhere.
Is better than Baron Corbin will ever be.
Yeah, I think
that's my statement on that.
He's not going anywhere. No. So get used to him.
I hate him. Go away, Heat.
G1 superstar, G1 supercard.
Yeah, it was really good. I was there.
Yeah, that's
Now, how was your seats? Because we saw.
I thought we were on the floor. I was more up, so it wasn't like the floor in the first section and the second section. I was like the third section.
Now, were you one of those guys with like the little binoculars? Like
no, you could see the ring and everything, but the Madison Square Garden. I don't know if you've ever been there. There's the big thing in the middle.
The
you can see that. Yeah, and their entranceway was awesome.
How excited were you to be in the garden?
Yeah, it was cool because I was never there before. I didn't know there's a whole like eatery mall thing underneath. No idea.
The garden's one of like the biggest.
Oh, I hope she's watching. Yo, this is hilarious. She put a picture up, and you're doing this like.
Come on. Really?
I love it.
Oh well, what are you gonna do?
I love it. Let's keep that up.
So at first there was a dark match. It was a Joshi match from Stardom.
Anybody relevant?
With Hana Kimura, who's really hot. I don't know a lot. I want to start watching Stardom because their matches are really good. The girls just beat the shit out of each other. And Jenny Rose from ROH was on one team, and I forget the other girl. She's in ROH. They're both on one team, and then the heels won. It was a good match, but it was the opener. And then they kind of had some downtime, and then there was the Honor Battle Royal. Or was that what that was called? Yeah, the Honor Battle Royal.
I can't believe they didn't have Jushin Thunder Liger win that. I mean,
I thought they would too.
Final appearance in the States.
In Madison Square Garden too. I think it was his first. Maybe not.
His first appearance in the Garden, but it was his final appearance.
And there was a lot of surprises in that. A lot of the ROH lower time guys, but number 30 was Great Muta. So I was like,
really?
Yeah, Great Muta came out.
So Great Muta worked at 3:00 that afternoon and then drove across town.
That was a cool surprise. And Great Muta, Kenji Muto, hasn't been on New Japan in years and years and years. So it was cool. This, it's like the Undertaker coming out. You're not going to get a 5-star match nowadays, but it's cool that Great Muta came out with all his gear and stuff and spit the mist. So it came down to Liger, Muta, and I believe it was Kenny King, because he requested to be first, and then Minoru Suzuki was second. It's like, oh, you're gonna get your work cut out for you. So
did Suzuki lay into him?
Yeah, and then Yano came down and gave his spot to Cole Cabana, who's doing commentary. So Cole got his Madison Square Garden moment. Yano going in anyway.
Right.
But and then it came down to who was the fourth guy? Man, I forget. Cheeseburger? No. It was the Kingdom. Kenny King hid under the ring, so it was the Kingdom minus Matt Taven. And then they eliminate Liger. It's like, boo. And then Muta eliminates one of them. And then, it's Liger and Muta. And then Kenny King dumps him over. And he wins. And he gets a title shot now. So, Honor Battle Royal was a fun match.
The Ring of Honor Championship or any title?
No, the Ring of Honor World title. I was like, wow, how about that?
Oh, and that's like his year came full circle.
Yeah, and then the first official match was Jeff Cobb versus Will Ospreay, which you seen that one, right? Yeah. That was very good. It was both for the TV title and the Never title that Will Ospreay had.
I think that was the only match I was really interested in, just to see how you're going to book one of the smaller guys on the roster.
Yeah,
and super heavyweight.
Yeah, they did well. And then Jeff, he hit like the Tour Islands off the top rope, and they hit the Never Tour Islands and pinned him. So he
tore the islands off the top rope.
Yeah, he was like
saying the way it is.
And it was like, whoa.
I mean, I've seen him hit that move out of a lot of precarious positions, but to do it off the top of the rope, I mean, I'm assuming you're standing backwards and then you just spin.
He didn't do the
He didn't do the torque.
Yeah, but no, that match was good. And then it went to the women's match was probably the worst match of the show, which I figured. Now Mayu Iwatani is real good. Mm-hmm. Kelly Klein is not good, and she won the title. She's the two-time ROH women's champion. It's like,
that didn't take long.
Who are you banging? Like, it's like, she's just not. She's not. You can see like she's like she'll go for a move and she's kind of like, what do I do? And it's like, so
she's being coached.
Yeah, it was not that good. But then the junior heavyweight tag match, junior match was awesome. Dragon Lee versus Taiji Ishimori versus Bandito Jr.
It was like, who came away with that?
What?
Who came away with that?
Actually, Taiji what did I say? Dragon Lee won the IWGP Junior Weight title. Yeah, it was like 7 minutes of just insaneness.
Whose neck did he have to break
off the top? Like,
whose neck did he have to break to win that title?
Arana, like it was. I forget. Someone stayed on the ring, the apron, and the guy jumped off. I think it was Dragon Lee jumped off, and Rana jumped to the outside. It's like, oh my god!
Did Ricochet do that?
I think he did something like that.
Yeah, he did something like that.
It was a bunch of.
I think Ricochet jumped from the ring
to the outside,
to the apron. Huracan Rana.
Yeah, that's how this was. The guy was like on the apron, so it was like, but he just went.
Andrade did the same thing, except he eliminated himself from.
Yeah,
and that was completely an accident.
Yeah, he was supposed to hold on to the top rope and forgot. And he's standing there on the floor, like,
what are you gonna do? He wasn't gonna win anyway. So That match was really good.
Dragon Lee definitely had to break somebody's neck to get to that point.
Yeah. And then there was the tag match for both the belts that had the little interference thing.
When the Briscoes killed that guy.
Yeah.
PCO.
Yeah. No, it wasn't the Briscoes. It was Tama Tonga Loa.
That's right.
Holy fuck, they killed him.
Yeah. And PCO had awesome.
PCO's in his 50s.
PCO.
He was in the WWE in the 90s as
Quebecers.
Yeah,
Jean-Pierre Lafitte. Yeah. And then he was a pirate.
They fucking killed him.
Yeah. So in case no one sees it, is that they picked him up.
Did you happen to see him as he was walking out? Did he look like he was in pain?
Yeah, he's fine. I don't know. He's insane. And they just turned around with double power and threw him out of the ring. He landed. There was a mat there, but still.
Even if you landed on the mat, you landed on the back.
And PCO lands there, and it goes, ah, and then goes back down because he's like Frankenstein. Yeah. His entrance was cool too. They brought out a chair, and his manager Destro's there. He's like this creepy guy, and he's like, he has a card wider. He's doing this, and shocks are flying. And he shocks PCO. He's like, he does that a couple times, and he finally gets up. He's like, oh.
And then my boy,
they had the fake thing there.
He made his debut
after the Girls of Destiny won both titles. Then Yano comes, steals the New Japan Tag titles, and takes off. And I don't think they smartened anybody up except for Briscoes.
Yeah.
So Enzo hops, and it's people like, "Is that Enzo?" Because you see his hair going.
Yeah.
And then Big Cass gets in, and it's like, "That's Big Cass too." And they start fighting, and then Bubba runs down to make it look like, oh, I'm thinking, if the Briscoes and Bubba Ray want to fuck up Enzo, it's gonna be done real quick.
Yeah.
Even with Cass there.
I think it's a good move for it. I think it's a good move.
So there's videos online.
I think that's just out of all the video, every other video I've seen on YouTube in the last week has been the Enzo fight.
Yeah,
and it kind of hate him or love him, he sells.
It kind of took away from the ROH thing. Like Okada won the belt. It's like Ibushi wins the belt. Matt Taven.
Everybody's talking about Enzo.
He sells.
Yeah, but it's like in ROH, even though ROH isn't where it once was, you have to be pretty good in the ring. So I don't know how they're going to last. You got to put somebody with
it. Here's the thing: if they're signed, they're signed. Yeah, because they're already came out made a video that they're selling merch, that they're going to be there.
They're going to keep doing the invading thing.
And their new tag team name is the Free Agents with a Z.
They're gonna sell. Like, and if guys at ROH have that bitterness that like, oh, fuck him, he's not that good in the ring.
Well, the fans are. Yeah, they're gonna be number one heels.
But he's great on the mic. He's a very good promoter. He's gonna bring eyes to your product. It's crazy for Vince to let that guy go. It really was, because he was the only thing that was keeping 205 relevant.
Well, it was hard to deal with. That's the whole reason.
But you got to remember, Ring of Honor is based on one thing.
I mean, the Warrior was huge.
Yeah. And here's the thing: both, even Cass, like getting fired from WWE was humbling to them. Yes, they were bitter about it, but they said, "Listen." Cass even said, "I would have fired me too. Like I was not the way I should have been."
Yeah,
so and it was very humbling. So maybe they go into ROH.
Maybe they're going to try, but I mean,
and they give it an honest shot.
I don't know how they keep up with the.
Yeah, they got to get good.
I think Cass can hold his own, but
I don't know.
Enzo's just
Enzo can take a bump. He's not afraid to
take a beating. Yeah,
Enzo can take a beating.
He's not afraid to take a bump. Yeah, so
but Enzo's not afraid to take a beating in the ring. He takes a lot of bumps. He takes a beating.
Yeah,
that kind of took the whole show down a little bit, I think, because there's the whole is it real, is it fake? It's like obviously it's fake.
Yeah,
it's part of the show.
But that's what I'm saying. That was that. Like there were so many super matches, and all people talked about was Enzo.
Yeah, I think it kind of ruined it though, because like the first time the IWGP Championship changes hands outside of Japan, and then Enzo just and it's like,
how you doing?
Yeah, and it's like,
how you doing?
It was kind of a downer for that crowd.
But the aftermath after that tag team match was the GOD basically having the press conference like they do in the Ring of Japan match.
Fuck them, fuck that.
Yeah,
they always curse.
You literally watched Tonga Loa walk in with the belt, curse out the Ring of Honor title, throw it down on the ground.
Who's Haku's son, by the way. And Haku was in the Battle Royal.
Really?
Yeah, he was, yeah.
Tama Tonga comes walking in, picks up the title. He's like, you know what? You see this belt?
Yeah.
This belt. Throws it. Throws it across the room.
I would love to see them versus the Usos.
Yeah. I think you're going to get them versus Enzo and Cass next ROH pay-per-view.
But I can't believe he literally took you heard it like off the wall in the background. I'm like, holy shit, he really chucked it.
Yeah. So after that it was a bad spot because everyone's kind of in the Enzo thing. It was Tanahashi versus Zack Sabre for the Rev Pro title. It was a good match, but it was the only belt that did not change hands.
Wow.
Zack Sabre tapped out Tanahashi. And I heard Tanahashi has a hurt elbow. Now he's out for 2 months.
Aren't they supposed to have Zack Sabre defend that in a future date?
Yeah, whatever the England show is. So then they had that, and I believe what was next after that? Was it the ladder? No, it was Naito versus Ibushi, which was the best match of the show. Probably match of the weekend, I think, in my mind. That was
really?
Yeah, that match was awesome. So Kota Ibushi versus Tetsuya Naito for the Intercontinental title, and Kota Ibushi wins the Intercontinental title.
Dakota ended up winning
with the golden, not the gold, the Kamagoye. gives him a
the
suplex,
golden
and
trigger knee almost.
takes the knees and knees him in the face, Kamagoye, and he finally won the belt. And it's like, because there's like, Naito didn't respect the belt. He just dragged around like he didn't care.
I think that Jericho first battled.
Yeah.
Why does he open his eye?
Because in Mexico, they made fun of him because his eyes won't open all the way. So that's why he does that.
Nice.
Wait, what did Jericho
even though no, in Mexico, when Naito went there, they were like, oh, your eyes, even though Naito has pretty wide eyes for being a Japanese man, that's what they did. So that's why he took that. Because if you notice, what's his name does that? Mandrade?
Yeah.
Because Rush does, I forgot that match. Yeah. I forgot. Rush does that thing because he's in the original Wilson Grandes, and then they Hapon is the Japan version. So that's when I got there was a match. It was real quick. It was Rush versus Dalton Castle, and it was 1 drop kick, 2 drop kicks, pins Dalton Castle in 25 seconds or whatever.
Really?
Apparently he's hurt. Yeah. So yeah.
Is his back still that jacked up?
It was run, shotgun drop kick. Dalton goes in the corner, falls down. There's shotgun drop kick. Rush pins him. That's it. And then he beats up the boys after that and turns heel. So I think they're finally getting rid of the boys.
I mean, the boys take a beating. And I love Dalton Castle's character.
He gave 1 the
100%.
bangerang that everybody's just punching stuff. And like,
Wait, Dalton went heel on the boys?
Yeah.
Wow.
After he lost. So I think he should have never came back because his back and his shoulder was fucked up.
The shoulders, every Dalton Castle match I've seen in the last 3 months since he came back, he has that back brace on.
Yeah. So I mean, he should have taken. He gained some weight, I guess, because he was hurt. So I think that's why the match.
If you need the time off, take the time off.
Yeah,
get straight.
So
that's one thing.
The 3 guys that came with us all had Dalton Castle shirts. It was like, oh, that sucks. You didn't even get a match. You got drop kicked twice.
One thing I will say about professional wrestling is this:
with this Queen ripoff music, which is great.
Wrestlers are some of the toughest dudes alive. No, hands down, no question about it. They work through injuries, they work through pain, they work through bumps, bruises, the whole 9 yards. Don't be too proud to get straight.
Take time off and get healed. Yeah, Tanahashi is one of the guys that he wants to give back and give to New Japan. So I'll keep going. Then it was the ladder match: Matt Taven versus Marty Scurll versus Jay Lethal.
Who was Bubba's?
Oh yeah, Bubba. I forgot that match. Yeah, so Bubba comes out. And so first this rapper comes out and starts rapping about Madison Square Garden. And was like, oh, bro, this guy sucks. So Bubba comes out, pushes him, blah, blah, blah. The guy's like, I just want to leave us for ECW. And then Bubba pushes Bubba back. And
do you know who I am?
And then he's like, is anybody going to fight me? Flip Gordon comes out. He's put on some muscle. He looks pretty good. Then they're fighting and he beats up Flip. And he's like, is anybody else going to come out? And then Juice and
Lifeblood.
Yeah, what's it? Haskins?
Mark Haskins.
Yeah, he comes out and then make it a 6-man tag because Silas Young and
Beer City Bruisers.
Yeah, no, the Beer City Bruisers his partner, black guy.
Shane Taylor?
Yes, Shane Taylor came out. And so they made a 6-man tag. It was good, but it was a wild brawl. It wasn't that great.
No, it went over there.
The flip pin somebody. So that was that match. It was all right.
And Silas Young is a great worker for being almost 40 years old.
Yeah. But he's good. And I thought, like, why is he not in the Battle Royal? I'm like, oh, they made the 6-man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was, and then it was like they all had Kendall shots, and like Flip was taking the shots. His back was all jacked up.
Again.
Yeah. So, but the ladder match was a little bit long. Marty Scurll was super over. And obviously wasn't going to win because he's going to AEW.
How many false finishes were there in that?
Not too many because it was the climbing the ladder. So there wasn't that many finishers and stuff. They did a spot where they made an X. Jay Lethal made an X out of the ladders. They put one in and they're climbing it. I forget someone got slammed off it. And then Jay Lethal goes like this and tosses the X out of the ring. So it goes boop, boop, it hits a fan. And then Kerry Silken, who's like was the owner of ROH, and he's a big like CEO. He goes right to the guy. The refs go right over. Apparently the guy was all right. But they figured, oh, he's gonna sue. And then the crowd chant, that's a lawsuit. So they made it look like Marty was going to win. They did it, and then Matt Taven went up.
The end of the match, Jay Lethal.
So Taven won the title.
Yeah, he won.
It looked like Jay Lethal took a hard bump on that ladder when he fell.
Yeah, because they had the ladder here, and there was like 2 ladders going at from the opposite side. So like Jay Lethal fell this way, and then Marty went down.
He fell about 7 rungs off the initial ladder.
Oh yeah, because Matt Taven got a big purple ladder that was like super tall and was climbed that. But Matt Taven,
if you actually watch
I don't get him.
See his head snap back.
So I don't think he's that good, but he won the title, and Jay Lethal lost it. Jay Lethal, I want to say, world champion, did not have any merch.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah,
there's a few.
And he's been the world champion for a while. Yeah.
Now that's the card, right?
Nope, there was one more match.
Sorry, go ahead.
Jay White versus Okada, and Okada beats Jay White. It started off slow, but they got really good. And Okada, and it's the first time, like I said, the IWGP.
I read the article hands on that.
in not only Madison Square Garden, but in America.
In America.
Yeah. So that's awesome.
And it was a new title.
Well, yeah, the brand new belt that Jay White got. And they said when I rewatched the show, there was no nameplate because they wanted to make sure that if Okada won the title, they wouldn't have to switch the nameplate. It's like, if. Yeah. So, Okada gets it. And then the best part, then Okada wins. He does a little promo with the show, cuts right off. We went outside. We were waiting for somebody. And everyone goes, There's Okada. Okada comes out in his gear, t-shirt, and gym shorts on, pulling his gear bag. They're like, Okada. He's like, ah, and he gets in a cab with Tiger Hattori, the one referee. I'm like, why did Okada walk out the front door? He's fucking world champion walking out the front door and
doesn't even care.
Yeah, my friend got a real good picture of him. I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah, I love that kind of
stuff.
stuff.
I mean, for him to be that caliber of superstar, just like, walking out in the crowd like it's nobody's business is amazing.
Walked out through the front door, man. The fans are there. So yeah, I really enjoyed the show. I thought it was real good. The down point was the women's match.
Was it better than NXT?
Probably because there was more matches,
more content.
I would say yeah.
So
not that NXT wasn't.
Austin and their dad said the G1 Supercard was good, but they would have gave the nod to NXT. The what culture? What culture? Ups and downs. That's what culture, right?
Yep.
They actually gave Mania over. They gave Mania the nod over G1.
Oh really?
Yeah.
See, now I think we'll get there.
Yeah.
Good, but not quality matches.
I thought it was a good Mania.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good Mania.
I guess we'll get right into it.
Yeah, we'll get right into it. So we'll breeze through the kickoff show because it was.
I didn't watch the kickoff.
It was not great.
Because I figured 5.5 hours is enough.
First match, Buddy Lee loses to Tony Nese.
Yeah, I see.
Buddy Murphy.
Buddy Murphy loses to Tony Nese. Cool video that we posted.
Good for Tony Nese. They're both good. And now Buddy Murphy's wrestling Velveteen Dream at NXT next week for the title.
Well, the reason for that.
Look, this is Buddy Murphy, everyone.
I seen that.
Someone who couldn't handle the spotlight WrestleMania week.
Dream starting shit.
Nothing. I'm just saying you couldn't handle the spotlight WrestleMania week. Yeah. That's the face of a man who couldn't handle it, people. Stole the show? You want to see show stealing? Watch TakeOver New York on the WWE Network. But go to Velveteen Dream versus Matt Riddle. That's what you can do. Yeah. That's a show stealer. Where's your title at?
Now, there's a guy that's going to be world champion one day. Let's talk about Baron Corbin getting pushed.
Yeah.
There's the guy who's getting the push.
So Murphy's going to NXT, right?
Yes.
He has. He's so good. Yeah. He's so good.
And I mean, 205 Live.
Defeat the Revival.
It's a waste when you're on 205
Yeah.
Live. I mean, come on, let's be honest.
So then Battle Royale.
That with women's Battle Royale.
I
Right?
forgot about the Edgeheads beat the Revival.
No, it happened yet, did it?
No, it was Battle Royale, then the Edgeheads, then Battle Royale, women's.
Carmella wins it.
Carmella, and it for a while I'm like, is Sarah Logan gonna win this? Is she gonna eliminate Carmella? I'm cool with Carmella winning. I
mean, it doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah,
it's in New York.
The whole time I was like, Ember Moon.
Yeah,
she's back.
Yeah,
technically.
The eye makeup, I loved it.
Oh, I didn't even get to see what
the Viking eye makeup.
So she has like the Viking bloody tear eye makeup.
It's like she killed somebody and they just dragged her.
Sarah Logan? Are we talking Ember Moon or Sarah Logan? Moon. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was really cool.
She always has is she a vampire? Is she a werewolf? And then she talked that one time. I don't ever talk.
Yeah.
She talks like a total white girl. So it's like, unless she was like,
Yeah. She gets a little. So Carmella wins.
I like
Ace heads win over
Edgeheads.
Which is like
they beat the Revival. Which I was
twice.
Like,
twice.
I was like, there's no way they're gonna lose. Like the Revival superstars after that Hall of Fame thing.
Yeah,
they lost.
They're like,
they're on their way out anyway.
We're going.
I thought that moment would have sealed them to stay in the company.
No. I think they wanted out no matter what.
Yeah, they're on their way out,
and I can't blame them.
Yeah.
Do you want to be pre-show pay-per-view in one place or main event in the other?
Yeah. So then,
men's rap battle, right?
That was a gimme.
I mean, Braun was winning.
Yeah.
Braun eliminated like 1/3.
That's why I was like, I will never watch this match. I just do not care.
Yeah.
I don't care about the Saturday Night Live guys.
Then Colin Jost coming out in the Cleveland Odell Beckham jersey of all things.
That was a good heel move. And then that was pretty much pre-show.
Yep, we kicked off into the opening contest.
Hogan, boo, not even gonna talk about it. Who cares?
I like Hogan.
Supposedly Hogan went backstage and talked to Big E.
Yeah, they're okay now.
And they apologized.
Well, here's the thing: you're gonna be mad at him forever. I mean, yeah, he said bad stuff. He didn't kill nobody.
Yeah.
You know.
First match.
Right off the bat, Rollins
and Lesnar. Yeah.
Yes.
Right off the bat. Paulie came out and said, if we're not the main event, we're not sticking around.
And Paul Heyman came down to Real American.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Hogan's music was still playing, and he's doing his strut down in the ring.
They said if you were there and you seen Paul Heyman strutting down to Real American, they said it was something that you couldn't. The cameras didn't capture, but it was magical. All right, match.
I thought it was good, surprising that the 3 stomps, that low blow 3 stomp.
I thought they could have. After watching the Daniel Bryan Brock and after watching the Finn Balor Brock, I thought you could have a little more. You could have put an actual match on.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. A surprise, he switched the title.
He won over a low blow, and he looked weak the whole time. That just solidifies for me he's a placeholder. He's just holding that title for Roman.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Maybe Drew gets and then Roman beats Drew.
We'll get to that.
Yeah. Next match.
AJ Orton.
Yeah, I thought it was very good.
Disappointed.
Really?
Yeah, I wanted more.
Very good.
But they said AJ may be hurt. He hurt himself in the match.
Yeah, well, they said I was listening to a podcast and they said something arm, shoulder,
Yeah,
or something.
So he got hurt, so the match wasn't.
Well, I thought it was good.
I expected more, but I thought maybe seeing the kind of dark match that we seen on SmackDown, we knew how it was ending before it started. Yeah.
Not a bad match.
It wasn't bad.
I thought it was at this point WrestleMania was flowing real good.
Yeah.
I mean, you're already 6 hours in.
They structured the card.
Yeah.
They structured the card.
Well, I just started, so I was on match 2, and I was like, okay, I'm feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, surprise victory for Seth, and then this match was good. And then what's Miz and Shane, right?
No. The SmackDown Tag Team titles: the Usos, The Bar, Shinsuke and Rusev, and Alistair and Ricochet.
It's a good match.
Yeah, I thought it was not blow away, but it was good.
It was. The tag team matches started to look, even on Raw and SmackDown the following nights, tag team matches are starting to look better.
Yeah.
They're putting emphasis into them.
And I'm watching this video right here. It's Ricochet hitting a 630 on
Sheamus.
And just the way he lands, we all know you just got crushed.
Yeah, he just got
that's gotta hurt.
There's not too much you can do when you're doing 630. But
the same thing with Jeff Hardy in the Swanton. Like, if you piss him off, he's known for just
or if he just can't
he just flattens you.
So this is the only people that defended the belt successfully.
Yeah. No, there was two title defenses.
Oh, was there?
I believe 2 people retained. I thought.
Yeah.
Who's the other one?
Don't think the United States title changed hands.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I see. Finn Balor didn't lose it.
Yes, he did. He won.
Yeah,
Bobby Lashley lost.
I thought. Oh, you're right. You're right. It was U.S. title. All right. So yeah.
The tag match was good. Yeah, the next is Miz and Shane.
Yeah, the next match was the bathroom break.
No, I thought this was surprisingly good.
I thought it was a good match.
I thought it was going to be the shits. I'm like, you know what? This is kind of pretty good.
Shane's dad putting the Dukes up
with his big potato.
That is like the meme of the year already.
We put on the page.
You see about the Undertaker?
Yeah, I put him on the page. I said when people tell you that wrestling's fake and it's when people tell you wrestling sucks and it's not real, and then us.
I like how Shane did this. He was like, put his fist up like
a little higher.
I was surprised. I was like, you know what? For 2 guys, I was expecting absolutely nothing. I'm pleasantly surprised.
And the finish was
the suplex off the top. I was like, that's a good idea.
I'm like, whatever they landed on must have been really soft because that stage collapsed.
And plus, they were up 3 scaffolds. That's pretty high.
It was high.
That's at least 50
I liked when Miz hit Shane with the monitor and he falls over, hits the golf cart, and hits the ground.
We literally saw that, and I think everybody in the room went, "Ooh,
yeah, that was a tough bump."
So I was pleasantly surprised.
There's no so that's like saying to yourself, okay, throw yourself off your steps and land on the floor.
Yeah,
that except concrete, and he hit a golf cart on the way down.
Yeah,
that bump hurt.
Yeah, he was like, "Whoa."
Yeah, that bump hurt.
So that was good. Then next is Kofi versus Daniel Bryan, right?
No. Next was the women's tag team title match.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
A
little lackluster.
You are the only one who appreciated that match.
I did not see it coming.
I didn't, but I love it.
And I love it. I love the Iconics one.
Obviously, they're not, good wrestlers. Peyton's better than Billy, but she's not that good. But
I love the fact that they're a legit tag team.
Yeah.
They're a legit tag team.
They have a name.
They have a name. There's not many people in the women's division right now that are a legit tag team, and they are, and I love it.
Yeah, and they can do promos, they can talk,
and
they're annoying, but that's the gimmick.
Yes, I love it. And
they're goofballs. And
I think
so. They have the whole thing like, oh, they keep winning, but like why can't anyone beat them? They should be able to beat them. So I didn't mind it.
They could be like Carmella run.
Yeah,
like how is she beating these people?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It could be a great run.
So I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
And then the next match was the tearjerker of the night.
Kofi.
Yes.
I thought the match was good. This was the best match of the night.
Best match of the night.
Yeah, by far. And then Kofi finally wins the belt.
Here's the way I look at it. Good.
I was just gonna say they spoiled it a little bit because like I said, there was a podium there with a blanket over a belt, and like I wonder what's under there.
Yeah. See, I thought it was just a podium, like a circular thing, so the belt didn't.
So Dana Bryan put his belt over that.
Yes,
and it's like,
and then
that was clearly a belt,
and I thought that the box had the new belt.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Instead, it was the Kofi Championship T-shirt,
which they said leaked online right before the match.
Yeah.
So if you were on WWE Network, you've seen the new shirts that said Kofi Kingston is your champion.
WWE Shop had them up right as it happened.
We all kind of knew he was winning the belt.
No, it happened before the match even started.
Yeah, they had it up like as the match started. So
the belt, and then like the only thing I like is the belt had Kofi side plates. It's like
already.
Yeah.
It just says Kofi.
We get it, but maybe you should have the WWE ones and like if it's here just in case he does win it.
Yeah.
Not we're gonna put Kofi plates on it.
And I love that belt. I hope Daniel Bryan gets to keep it at home.
Yeah, I'm sure they probably
Yeah.
gave him one.
So not only was I happy of the win, Kofi got his title. Got to celebrate with his kid's a natural. He climbed those turnbuckles like a champ.
And the other kid like just like, oh no.
Yeah, I'm terrified.
I can't do this.
My favorite part of the whole segment was the going backstage with the B team, and they're trying to sell the loser Daniel Bryan is still champion. like if you lose the Super Bowl, like they always say, where those shirts
we
go?
got to get rid of them. Yeah,
that is hilarious. Great promo. That was perfect.
You know what? This was about 3.5 hours. I'm like, this has been a great pay-per-view. If it ended there, I'd be okay.
That would have been a good period.
Because I feel after this, it kind of went.
It took a little bit of a dip. I think the crowd started.
Like,
no, before we get off.
And you got to sit by there. Them people were sitting there for 5-6 hours
already.
So like, I don't blame them for kind of dying
in the outside.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. This match was Daniel Bryan back at WrestleMania 30.
Daniel passed his torch.
Yeah, this was Daniel back at 30.
Very cool video we posted on the page of
I didn't know who that was at first.
MVP and
who is that?
Shad Gaspard.
Shad Gaspard from shedding some tears over Kofi. They were very happy for him.
Yeah, which is awesome. I mean, Kofi deserves it.
I mean, if you look at it,
the first full black champion, he's the first black Grand Slam champion.
Yeah.
You know, that's awesome.
It's literally the same exact scenario. It's Daniel Bryan just reversed into the Triple H role, and I think Bryan put him over phenomenally. I don't think you could have asked for another person on that roster to do what he did that night and just make that match so much more meaningful to Kofi. The dude's been there 11 years. I've seen Kofi's first match. I've probably seen almost every Kofi match there's ever been.
When he was Jamaican, and then the
was
Jamaican. Was like, weren't you Jamaican last week? But
he just turns and looks at him like, mother. But he's easily right up there with the Miz for me. Goes in, night out, doesn't bitch, doesn't complain, does what he's asked of.
Very weird chest muscle.
Yeah, like some guys get that. Scott Steiner get that where they're kind of like the pecs like go like this. Jericho has it a little bit. I don't know if that's just from something that happens to some people over.
There's a rumor that
the ages,
if you take steroids and then you get off steroids and then you stop lifting,
really,
it becomes more of a sternum and you don't have the muscle.
Which Scott Steiner see, but I don't think Kobe's
or
steroids.
Maybe just being a wrestler, maybe just from slamming and doing that, you tear the muscle a little bit.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. I don't know how that happens, but yeah, he does.
Kofi's been like that ever since he hit the WWE.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. And
his chest muscles are like
they kind of start like here.
Yeah,
they go over.
They're strange.
But hey, it was a great match.
Yeah,
and I'm glad they wins. I hope he keeps it for a while. I hope he just like SummerSlam. And I don't want like people Big E will turn on him. Don't do that. Just
there's some Big E news.
Yeah, he's hurt. He's out of action. But he posted on Twitter. He goes, "What kind of action?" I was like, "Oh, Big E."
Big E is the new sexual chocolate.
Actually,
Big E he's a world title run in him.
Actually, DX. So Shawn Michaels says, they said during the thing too. I hate to go back, but they said, we created a generation of people who we got used in trouble. How many of you got detention for telling a teacher suck it, or how many of you got in trouble for doing a crotch chop? And
Zach Campbell senior year.
Yeah, and he said we created a whole new generation, and then Shawn Michaels walked over the ropes and goes, like these guys here, like they kind of said like the New Day are the kind of the new DX, because Big E does some stuff that like he gets away with. You know what I mean?
He gets away with a lot.
Yeah. So they kind of said like, and I mean like Kofi was, I mean not Kofi, but Xavier was it a porn? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
well, not like,
yeah, but I'm saying it wasn't
on purpose.
But I'm saying like they're wild. Like New Day, probably not Kofi, but I'm sure on the road, Big E and Xavier are wild boys.
And I mean, they've brought a newfound love to the world of pancakes and wrestling.
Yeah. So DX kind of passed that torch to him. But what was our next match?
The squash match.
Oh, I don't mind it. So the reason I don't mind it,
Mysterio came out as Mysterio.
Apparently Ray's hurt.
Yeah, Ray's hurt, and
but Ray was Mysterio
before Joe Spider-Man. Got the title. Joe was the first out in the Elimination Chamber. He was like every single time there was a multi-man match for the title, and Joe was in it. He was one of the first ones eliminated every single time, or he was the one taking the fall, or like the one getting the So now you're giving them a champion. Let him smush somebody.
Yeah, I say, I'm all for it.
I'd rather see him smush somebody that's his size, not Rey Mysterio. I mean, I think that kind of hurt Ray's push back a little bit. I know he's put on some great matches with Andrade.
He really has no like. He didn't come back to be a champion.
It'd be nice one more time.
I don't. You would rather like. I think there's so many other people there that I'd rather see a title than.
I don't
want to see Ray go out one more time with the big belt.
No,
I don't want it.
No.
I think you have Kofi there, you have Big E there, you have Kevin Owens there, you have Daniel Bryan, you have Andrade.
I'm not saying he has to keep it long. I'm just saying just like that feel good moment knowing Ray was on top one more time.
Yeah.
The biggest little man.
Yeah, I don't feel it.
Yeah, I don't think he should be world champion again.
So I don't mind the squash. Ray's ring gear, amazing. Mysterio was Mysterio.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I think the only thing that whole garb was missing is either he needed the helmet or he needed a white mask.
Pure white mask.
Yeah, if he had like a cool, like it came out with the helmet and then took it off.
Yeah.
I was like, I understand why he didn't do it because it's kind of hard. But
yeah.
Even the all white mask would have made it a little bit better.
Yeah.
Well, maybe because you can't like do clear.
And no hair.
Or no, if it was like reflective.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. You know how you have that shiny lucha gear if it was all reflective?
Mm-hmm. And then what do we got?
Roman versus McIntyre.
I personally, I was on my phone the whole time because I could have told you exactly.
I'm pretty sure I was outside getting an air break.
I was watching it and I was trying to get. I was like, "This is a Raw match. There was just nothing."
And it's nothing against Roman.
Nothing against him. Nothing against Drew. It was just boring.
We all knew who was winning it.
I thought they'd give it to Drew to give him a push, but and they go after the Universal, but not go that way. So Roman wins. Who cares?
We're done.
The match was blah.
The crowd kind of go back on him.
Yeah, they're starting to a little bit. If you push them, they're going to right back.
Matter. They're still going to boo them.
Eventually. I mean, it's going to happen.
They kind of went back on him. They kind of said, "Hey, remember when we booed you?
Yeah.
We're going to give you a little bit of that."
Yeah,
Mania.
We haven't forgotten about who you are.
But again, it's
hey, you fought cancer. That's great and everything, but we still know who you are.
5 hours in, 4 hours, 4.5 people are like,
Yep.
And then they give him that match, and there's nothing special happening.
And then you had a guy like Drew. You had a guy like Drew who was right in the cuff of getting probably a big title push because you weren't there. Now you're back, and now Drew's probably going to disappear.
That's why I think Drew should have won, man. More for Drew to gain than Roman to gain.
Yeah. And what's next?
Kurt Angle, Baron Corbin.
No.
What was it?
The Bar.
No.
I was gonna say I don't know who
the throwback.
Was. Oh, is that John Cena segment?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was great. I loved
awesome.
It. Yeah.
Awesome segment. I loved it. It was a good break, and I think I
to bring him out as the Doctor of Thugonomics and like have literally him as a heel one more time. I mean, granted he's from Boston wearing a Babe Ruth jersey, Yankees jersey. I mean,
so the whole time
I didn't get that when they were playing Babe Ruth. I'm like, who's coming out? Abe Knuckleball Schwartz.
Yeah. but it made it better because no one
John Cena PhD returns.
It was awesome.
I thought it was great.
And his rhymes were funny.
Yeah.
It's exactly what you needed.
And then Elias just ate it up. He just went with it.
Yeah,
it doesn't hurt Elias.
Then the match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kurt Angle did a moonsault.
And still missed it.
Yeah.
No holds.
Triple H Batista.
Oh, was that next? Oh.
It was all right match.
I think it'd be much better if it was 10 minutes.
Triple H.
The best thing we got a meme out of it.
Triple H came out with an entrance that was
on his Deathmobile.
10 years too old.
Yeah. I thought it was cool, but I'm like, why is Triple H just normal Triple H? Why isn't he all Mad Max? He could have had the jacket.
He could have been like a more
face mask.
Yeah. What I would have done, I would have had him come out with the flaming guitar guy.
Yeah, that would.
Oh, could you imagine
if Triple H had some wild outfit on with face paint and stuff,
like a wig with big hair and the eye paint on?
Yeah, but no, he just came out. He's Triple H. He had like a little like
a bandana.
Yeah, and I was like,
in the video, he had the Immortan Joe mask.
Yeah, in the video, I'm like, my friends like, these are some kind of shitty graphics here. I'm like, yeah, they kind of are. And Batista's entrance was like, yeah, you could have did Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
you could have did that.
Yeah, and then he fell coming into the ring.
Yeah.
The nose ring pull, it was fun.
Yeah, that's the meme. Yeah,
he took some there was some serious bumps.
Yeah,
in
the
match.
table would break a couple times.
The table did break, and then he took a.
If you actually look at the table is actually ratchet strapped up.
Wow.
So I'm not sure if that was meant to keep the table up.
It was a bad bump, and then Triple was hurt his leg.
Yeah, and it was 25 minutes though.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, I know Triple H went the long match, but 10 minutes in and out, wild brawl would have been fantastic.
Yeah.
But instead, it was like, and at this point, again, we're 6 hours.
So
in.
you come back in for a Mania moment, and.
I guess he got it. We got a meme out of it. That's the best thing.
I mean, he was retired. He's officially retired from wrestling now. So
the Shockmaster one was my favorite.
Yeah.
So then
now it's Baron Corbin. Again,
I don't mind it only because most of the very talented wrestlers and the guys when they go out, almost all the old school guys say, "I want to go out on my back."
Yeah.
I don't want to go out with a win.
A couple of them go out on top, but not many.
And I feel that was Kurt's thing. Like if we hate him or love him, Corbin, he said, "I'm going out on my back."
I'm sorry, but it still doesn't beat Sean Flair.
No, it doesn't. But I was like,
because they had respect going into it.
Yep.
I don't really see what Baron Corbin gains. Retire Kurt Angle. Yeah, we all know.
Yeah.
So it was a match. Kurt Angle did his moonsault. That's what I have to say about that.
But didn't land it.
Yeah.
Like I said, Kurt Angle has never landed that moonsault in the WWE.
You think he wrestles again? Like, let's say in a year, maybe wrestles again?
I don't.
No.
I think he's
Flair did.
I think
Flair went to TNA and wrestled.
Well, he started in WWE, went to TNA, came back.
Yeah.
But no, I think Angle's at that point in his life where he's okay with where he's at.
He has to.
I don't think he should wrestle,
Yeah.
but you never know. I don't think the Undertaker should wrestle either.
Oh God, we'll get to that.
So that was that.
Next was the match we all thought was going to be a squash match, which actually turned into a half decent match between Finn Balor and Bobby Lashley.
Not terrible.
It was quick.
Yeah.
I think it was only
Not
like
terrible.
It was like 5 minutes,
yeah.
but we thought it was going to be run and drop kick and then coup de grace.
Finn Balor should have came out green if he's going to wear those contacts.
Yeah, Bobby Lashley had green
Bobby
contacts.
Lashley.
I'm like, what's going
Was
on
he like
here?
a Hulk? He was
But
turning.
I said that actually gave Bobby Lashley something rather than being big jack guy.
I mean,
Because Bobby Lashley's bland as all hell.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's jacked, but then other than that, like, okay, name one thing. Describe Bobby Lashley without saying jacked or black.
Yeah.
Bald.
Athletic. Bald.
Yeah, I don't think
Jack
he's
Wayne
athletic.
Brady.
Yeah.
now you
Like,
and
his
I have
character's
seen
just.
you and I have seen a lot of Finn Balor's entrances between Finn Balor and Prince Devitt. Where do you rate his entrance from WrestleMania?
This one I thought was at the bottom.
Really?
I thought it was boring.
He did like a Slender Man thing.
Yeah, and the thing is, you see him up there, and he's like, okay, we're getting there. Yeah, like that's a cool visual there, but then it takes 5 minutes for him to get down.
His Brooklyn one where he came, or his London one where he had Jack the
that
Ripper,
was awesome.
and he pushed the gate over and then crawled
And
over
he's
the gate.
dancing around the chainsaw.
Yeah.
The Japan one was better. There's a lot that are better.
There's so many cool things they
lacked.
could have done with that big stage, and all they did was use it as a giant light board.
Yeah,
Like even the rampway, I thought that was going to be a light board.
yeah, and it was kind of. I don't know.
Well, they haven't had used it as a light board since the year Roman punched it and broke it when he lost.
I didn't even think his face paint was kind of lame looking. It was cool in the back because he had the mouth. Like I was like, hey, better.
Remember when he had like "Help Me" written on his legs and stuff.
Yeah, I think it was the Japan one. Like he had it wasn't his best look. I mean, the match wasn't bad. He powerbombed Bobby Lashley.
that was crazy. Yeah, that was crazy.
Because it makes sense that the Demon has different moves. He did the axe kick and stuff. So
he sells it as a completely different style.
Yeah.
Like he moves differently.
Yeah, so it's like, well, shouldn't the Demon be Intercontinental Champion? Not Finn Balor. Like,
well, we were joking about that, saying that the Demon's going to defend the title on his terms now.
Yeah, like Finn Balor comes in like I don't know what happened at WrestleMania.
I mean,
I fell asleep at 8:30, and
and
someone said I had the title. I said I don't have it.
I haven't seen the title all night.
I don't know where it's at.
it wasn't bad after the Kofi match. I thought.
Then he had like paint his face and cut promos as the Demon, like, I have the title.
Yeah.
I will not defend it.
He should get a
until I feel
cool
ready.
like colored strap, like with black with red stripes on the strap.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
The man.
Main event.
Yeah.
You know what suffered? Well, why this suffered? Because it came on at midnight.
Yep. It came out at midnight.
Everyone was tired.
Charlotte did the tribute to her dad for Starrcade.
Totally not previously recorded.
Yeah, not at all.
Totally not.
No.
I mean, it was cool.
I like how they made her come out second, so it looked like she had time.
yeah.
Ronda Rousey's Joan Jett, I thought would have been better.
Yeah, and it was kind of bland. And then Becky just walks out.
What I wanted Becky to do,
something.
she should have like broke the drums.
Oh yeah, that would have been really cool.
Joan
Yeah.
Jett stuff.
That would have been cool.
Even I said if she did like the Stone Cold, like the glass breaks, and then
something, give her something.
Then her music
There's your
hits.
number one star. She just walks out. I'm like, it's okay.
Good match.
Good. And then with the abrupt ending out of nowhere.
A good ending.
well, apparently he fired writers over that as well. Vince fired the writers. For
I didn't hear that.
He fined a referee for the botching the finish. He fined a referee Monday night to prove a point. Almost the same style of fine for the same thing. And then he fired the writer who wrote the ending. So Vince is clearly probably the only one who really wasn't happy with WrestleMania.
Yeah, it wasn't a terrible ending, but at that point, what do you do? One, 2, 3, like it wouldn't have worked. You had to roll with it.
But they had Becky's music queued up, so that's why.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to go back on it now.
Yeah, and I like how they didn't even bring it up.
Yeah,
like
I mean, it was. I don't know.
Well, they brought it up Monday, but
I thought they all had better matches with each other before.
Yeah.
I thought this just wasn't. Maybe because it was, it was done at 12:30, and that's why it should if like the Kofi pick like that match was like WrestleMania night 1, and then this was WrestleMania night 2, and then people were like, I would have all been all about it.
All right, so we got some time here, so we can get into a little bit of Raw and SmackDown. So,
but WrestleMania was pretty good. What would you say overall? Give it an A, B, C, D. What would you say?
B plus.
Obviously, it was too long. We all agree on that.
B plus.
I'd say solid B. Even though there's some.
I gave it an 8.5 out of 10.
I saw it peaked with the Kofi and went back down, and the main event brought up a little.
Yeah.
No,
But that's so long.
everybody knows, like I said, people are coming, people are going. What happens with Ronda after this, in your opinion?
Well, apparently she broke her hand.
Yeah,
so
she's hurt.
So whether she want to take time off or not, she's going to take a little time off.
Let her disappear for a little bit. I don't think she's out of the company.
No.
I don't. Yeah, she's not.
She has it too good there.
I think she likes it.
Yes.
I think she does too. And I think
with the broken hand, this is her time now to go back to NXT and refine a little bit of your style.
Yeah. So Raw, was nothing crazy really happened on Raw.
Lars Sullivan came out.
Yeah, Lars Sullivan squashed Kurt.
I don't like Lars Sullivan at all. I don't like the unstoppable monster gimmicks.
Well, never did. Lars Sullivan was supposed to be Kurt Angle's match until he took that little bit of time off.
Yeah. So he beat up Kurt. That was a little bit of a highlight.
Lacey Evans came out and punched.
Lacey Evans
punched the man
and kind of looked like a champion already. You know what I mean?
Like
good,
she looked
like she hurt Becky a little bit. So
I don't know if she's.
She did the brawl on heels, which was impressive. Like, oh,
yeah.
So I mean, I don't know if you know what I would have did. I would have Nia come out and be like, remember when I punched your face? Now I deserve a title shot.
Yeah,
you know? That's what I would.
Here's my thing. Lacey Evans was good in NXT, but I think she needs more time in NXT.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I don't know if she's ready to be like challenging the world title.
Yeah,
she came at like the peak moment of the women's revolution when it was still hot in NXT, and then she kind of fizzled out there towards the end, and even like. The women's right. Okay, so you're a female version of the Big Show. You're going to throw a right hand and call it a match. Give her a move set.
I think she has a nerve move too, but I forget what it is.
I'm not
give her a move set. Give her a legit finisher, and let's move on with it.
I like her gimmick. It was like Bombshell. Now she's a time traveler. From Southern Belle from the 40s.
Sassy Southern Belle or whatever.
Oh, speaking of time traveler, NXT got one now.
They came out with all that New Japan gear and stuff. So I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Now is he going to be able to come out dressed like McFly?
He did.
Did he?
He did. Yeah. There's pictures
at NXT in the crowd.
No, when he wrestled at the tapings.
Really?
Yeah, he wrestled at the tapings.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, and he came out with the Marty McFly jet. Now they might make him change it eventually because
there's no copyright there.
No, there's not. You can't copyright up about the events.
Yeah. Trying to think what else. Anything crazy happened on Raw? Oh, they teased a champion versus champion match.
And
yeah, the puppet. It's Bray, right?
Yeah, it's a totally Bray Wyatt. Well, if you see, it's a buzzard, and he has the Bray Wyatt Hawaiian shirt on.
Yeah, he has the yeah.
And
when did that happen?
It was Bray doing the laugh. It was also on SmackDown too. But at the end, he's like, I'm like, why is he coughing? Is this ridiculous already?
It's like a box and a buzzard popped out.
Yeah, cardboard
Some
box.
other Bray Wyatt news that just recently he's going to be a father again.
Yeah, he knocked
good for him. I'd knocked her up.
Yeah. So I don't know where they're going to go with that. It seems like it's going to be a wacky character.
That's a buzzard. Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Finally.
And then
he was kind of acting heel the whole time.
And I liked it. Like, I'm not here for you. F you.
Even Austin was saying Sami Zayn this, Sami Zayn that. I'm like, you're not going to see him until after WrestleMania until he's sure he's healthy.
But I think that.
And I like his new gimmick.
I think he's picking up right where he left off. I don't even think it's a new gimmick.
What kind of a little bit?
But his gimmick is you're the universe who cried. He pretty much said it without saying it. You're the universe who cried to get what they want. So now you have all your champions. So what are you going to do now? In 6 months, you'll be crying again. And that's pretty much what he's saying.
Yeah, well, 6
now,
months.
everybody's like looking at it. I'm like, is this really a shoot or is this him really being?
Of course not.
But he, without saying it, that's exactly what he was saying.
Yeah.
Like you cry if you don't get what you want and you're going to take your ball and go home. F you. And that's exactly the fan base.
I couldn't believe they let him shoot like almost CM Punk style shoot right there on live TV.
Yeah. I like it. I like Sammy. It was a good match. He had a really good match. Anything else?
The main event was
the main event was a big letdown.
Honestly,
no one was going to win both belts.
Once they turned into a tag, I turned it off.
Yeah. Well, the bar comes out for no reason. Like, why are they coming out? And then the crowd turned.
Yeah.
They're like, this is what you're giving us?
SmackDown was better.
Dean lost again.
Dean's officially on the
way. Yeah, Dean's gone.
Because he wasn't even on WrestleMania.
Yeah.
At all.
And they just send off.
I'm not sure if you saw the video or not. It's on YouTube. Seth came out at the end of the night, brought out Roman. They brought out Dean. They said he's not big on these things, but come on out and let's do this the way we should do it. And he thanked the fans. He thanked the company. He thanked everybody who's ever been by his side. He thanked Roman and Seth for putting up with all of his bullshit through the years. And he said he was humbled, and thanks to the fans, he's able to walk away on his terms.
Yeah, and they did like a kind of a shoot thing where he said, "Don't worry, I'll take care of your McIntyre. I'll take care of your girl while you're gone."
No.
Yeah. So is she staying?
I don't think so.
I think she has to legally, like contractually.
Yeah.
I think she's gone when that's up.
SmackDown, we got the buzzard again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back and look for that because I have both of them recorded at home and I don't remember the buzzard.
Unless they cut it out. If you
Hardy Boys are your new tag champions.
How about that?
They beat the Usos.
Which I still want Broken Matt, but they ruined it.
Well, he's still like Broken Matt, but he's still wearing like 90s vintage Hardy's gear.
Yeah, he still does delete. That's about it.
Yeah. The delete obsolete thing.
That was pretty much really SmackDown to me.
Lacey came out again and punched Becky.
Becky.
And then the Iconics beat two jobbers. Yeah, that was funny. And
they weren't jobbers. They were the most prestigious wrestlers in New York.
I was like, I didn't know who they were.
Bullshit.
The one girl had like no eyebrows. So I was like, Jesus Christ. But SmackDown was a little bit better. There was was another match.
They pretty much it was just a tease up for I think pretty much this SmackDown was
the 6-man tag.
The feel good moments. Hey, this is the feel good, and now next week we're shaking it up.
And Kofi pinned Sheamus again,
which I think just have to smack the shake up right after.
Yeah. So
why kill time?
Let's talk about the shake up.
Let's do it quick because I want to do a couple more things real fast.
We've seen guys on Raw that were from SmackDown. We've seen guys on SmackDown that were from Raw.
Who are your top three? We'll give 4 each. Who are your moves that you think's happening?
Strowman's definitely going to SmackDown.
I disagree.
Because he's going to feud with Samoa Joe.
Yeah,
which I like that.
McIntyre's going to SmackDown.
I think Joe's going to Raw.
No, I think they gave him that title over for a reason. Joe started on Raw. They pulled him to SmackDown. He's doing better on SmackDown.
I think he's going to Raw. That's my prediction.
I think Randy Orton's coming over to Raw.
I think Roman Reigns goes to SmackDown.
No, because Randy is going to feud with what's his name? Mustafa Ali.
Yeah.
Roman's going to SmackDown.
Oh, when it goes to I don't know what they're going to do. I don't see any big moves because
Ember Moon goes to Raw.
She's on Raw.
I'm sorry. Ember Moon goes to SmackDown.
Oh, okay.
I can see that. It gives them a little bit of diversity.
Charlotte on Raw.
No, I think
Charlotte stays SmackDown.
She stays.
That's my big pick. I think Roman moves over to SmackDown.
What are the odds the Iconics flop over?
Well, they are because they're tag champs, so they can do both.
Yeah,
they said the tag champs will do both.
Mm-hmm.
And Becky will.
Now, here's my thing: if they lose the titles on Raw, do they stay on Raw or do they go?
I guess they go back to SmackDown unless they get drafted.
Do you have any other big names you would say?
I have no idea how they're going to do this. AJ to Raw?
No. AJ's a staple on SmackDown. Without AJ, SmackDown doesn't have much.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to pull John Cena out of his semi-retirement.
No. I don't know what they're going to really. It's kind of the point where it doesn't really matter.
They're going to go heavy on SmackDown.
I think they're just going to go with one roster anyway.
I think a lot of those NXT guys that didn't really have a home find a home. I think you're going to see Aleister Black and Ricochet on SmackDown.
I say Black on Raw.
I think they might split them up so that way they don't have to tag them up.
Heavy Machinery, I think you'll see them on Raw. Their division. What happened to AOP?
One of them was hurt.
Yeah.
And they shut both of them down because one of them's hurt.
Speaking of hurt and then making a weird comeback with no entrance, Luke Harper during the Battle Royal.
Yeah, he was just there.
Yeah.
There's a guy that's really good that they don't use.
Yeah. So I want to get into some stuff real quick. So obviously we talked about WWE firing people. So they posted that they're looking for storyline writers.
Yeah. They're looking for someone that's going to help with storyline continuity. It's like, is it really that hard?
Yeah.
Hey, what did you do last week?
What happened? I forget.
God damn it.
Turn heel.
Dustin Thomas, a wrestler with no legs, stole the show at Joey Janela's Spring Break 3.
And I think he wrestles as no legs. That's his ring name.
And he does the 6'1" nub.
Yeah, that's cool.
A springboard 450, which absolutely baffles me.
Yeah, I'm amazed that someone actually trained with a wrestler and everything.
Yeah, and he wrestled Deppen.
Yeah,
Tony, the local dude.
And that's a feel-good story for me because that just proves that no matter what kind of disability you have, you can still follow your dream.
And not just that. All right, so I'm going to give the guy the credit because he does have a disability and he's still doing it.
Yeah.
But I'm giving Deppen the credit here.
Yeah.
So for
that guy,
for the longest time, now I don't want this to be this misconstrued, but for a long time, they said Kenny Omega was so good he could wrestle a mop.
Yeah.
He could wrestle a blow-up doll. I am not saying that the guy with no legs is a mop.
Yeah.
But Tony Deppen made it a good match. Yeah, it shows his skill.
I mean, he was doing sentons off the top rope to the floor, 619. The dude showed that even though he has a disability, he don't care. He's going to do what he loves to do.
And they're already talking about booking him for AEW.
He's going to be in the over the budget battle royal. 100%.
Yeah.
There's a guy he's going to be used. He's never going to be world champion.
AEW.
That'd be great to see, but
AEW is looking supposedly confirmed a TV deal. With Turner, so it's either TBS or TNT.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Likely it'll be TBS.
And they're saying, well, they both.
And there's a big announcement.
May 15th
May
is when
15th.
Turner's gonna present it to their upfronts or whatever.
Well,
Yeah.
TBS is losing the Big Bang Theory, so that's kind of a nice filler spot there for that midnight.
Was that on brand new? Are there new episodes of that on TBS?
They have a couple of them, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was.
We'll play a quick
I thought they
video
were
here.
only like a syndication.
We'll play a quick video here.
Fail when it's real. Angel. Kazakhstan. And we are free agency. And we are always off script. And these shirts are only on sale for a limited amount of time. How much time? 10 days.
10 days.
Only 10 days.
Pro Wrestling
You're going to have them by the end of the week, aren't you?
Step up and get dropped.
Where are they selling the shirts at? Pro Wrestling Tees?
It actually doesn't say. I actually
Is it ringofonwrestling.com?
A really cool video here too, where it's on the page. Xavier and Tyler Breeze react to Batista's WrestleMania theme entrance. Big E suffers a torn meniscus, so he's going to be out for a while. That pretty much covers news, pay-per-views. We did a little bit of Raw and SmackDown.
Is that really going to hurt the New Day, though, missing Big E for a little bit?
No,
I mean,
I mean he can still come out.
Kofi's going to be there.
Yeah.
torn meniscus, though, you're down at least a good 3 months.
Yeah,
So you're
but
sure.
he can still be around. just
Long
not
enough
wrestle.
to give big Kofi a nice title run.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the way I read it was Big E was supposed to win Money in the Bank. Now that puts a damper on that.
Well, you never know if that's true or not.
Oh, you know who I think's winning Money in the Bank? The Miz.
I don't know. When is Money in the Bank? Next month?
This
Right.
month.
Oh, is it April?
Next month,
Oh,
yeah.
next
Next pay-per-view.
The
Okay.
Miz wins Money in the Bank.
I don't know who to win.
We don't even know who's in the match yet. That's the hard part. But the
AJ?
rumors have they had Big
Mustafa
E win.
Ali?
Ooh.
That'd be a
Yeah.
nice pick. I mean, I don't
I think if you move the 205 title, you move Buddy to NXT.
Yeah.
You move the NXT title up to TV. That would be a good title for Mustafa to hold.
you're not
You want the
gonna
NXT?
No,
Title not
to
on-
205. The 205 title or the cruiserweight title on TV.
okay, okay.
That'd be better,
And
yeah.
Mustafa's your champion.
Oh, okay.
That'd be.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
that'd be
fine
a
with
great. That would be that third secondary title they're looking for.
Yeah.
I think
fine
you
with
just
that.
got to open.
Buddy's weight cut is he's having a hard time.
No. It has
Yeah.
nothing to do with weight.
He's over
They need to
205.
treat the cruiserweight title more like the X Division title. If you're more than capable of being a high flyer like Samoa Joe was, Samoa Joe is 280 pounds and doing shit in the ring I've never seen a guy his size do. But open it up to more of like an X Division style where there's no weight limits. It's just ability.
You think they merged the men's tag teams titles?
I hope so.
That'd probably be a good bet.
Yeah, I hope so.
I mean,
I think it's for the
Same concept. You have your tag team role.
Do you think they're hinting at merging the men's title eventually down the road?
Possibly.
Maybe when they get to SmackDown on
Because they said
Fox.
we're gonna do this again.
SmackDown on Fox when it's just one
Well,
roster.
Fox is hell bent saying they don't want a brand split, so
I think I don't think
They
they really
want
care.
every-
They just want all the
they want free range to anybody they see.
they
fit
just
to
want
be
all
on
the
the program.
superstars, which
Yeah.
you can't blame them.
So, all right. Well, anything else over the weekend that I watched this video where two guys were naked and
Oh, the
bumping
moonsault or something.
Yeah.
They were bumping each other's butts.
Was
in
it
the
Johnny
corner,
Cockstrong?
And then he did a moonsault.
I watched the thing where it was Orange Cassidy and Christopher Daniels were doing the slap battle. It's real slow. Did you see that?
No.
Oh,
What a
you
slow-mo.
know, you're like the Japanese when they go. They both have sunglasses on. I don't know why it's out of context. So they have Chris Daniels just like this, and Orange Cassidy goes up because Orange Cassidy's like goofy, and he goes up and he's like, and then Chris Daniels like, and they keep up. And but the best part is the camera zooms in from like down here, goes, and they're like, and no expression, and they just like,
It kind of reminds you of a PWG spot.
and then Orange Cassidy's like. And he turns around and he gets low blow and rolls him up. It's like, that's awesome.
Who won that?
And he kicked out, so I don't know.
Okay.
I assume probably it was an SCU one. It's a funny thing. It's
Yeah, it
just
kind of reminds you of PWG there with the crazy
yeah,
stuff.
with
that
the
they do.
wacky
Yeah.
kind of spots. There was that. There's a couple other wacky videos. I'm trying to remember. There was the Invisible Man wrestled, and Invisible Man versus Invisible Stan at Joey Joe's thing.
That's not the first time they've used the
Yeah.
Invisible Man. I remember I forget. I think it was last year they had Invisible Man in the Battle Royal, and
They eliminates everybody or something.
no, they hit him with a pile driver. It's like you see the dude like boot him in the midsection and tuck him under. He does like his thing he does, and he pulls him up and just drops on his ass. I'm like, really? You just pile drive the Invisible
Yeah.
Man? So,
There was a ton of shows, so there's plenty
Yeah.
to watch.
there was over 50 matches total between
Oh my god!
Friday
there
through
had to be
Monday,
33
Tuesday.
shows,
So much.
something like that.
If you were able to follow all that content, more power to you. But
I think it'd be impossible to see all those shows.
I think between us all, we might have followed.
There was an Impact show.
7 shows total.
I watched 2.
There was a Joshi show. There was 2 Joey Janela's. There was the Bloodsport show that looked pretty good, where Frank Mir wrestled his first pro wrestling match.
Oh, and the no rope match with Josh Barnett.
Yeah, and Minoru Suzuki. I think that was really good, and it ended in 25 minutes raw.
Yeah,
I went to watch that, but I was like, it's $15. That's the only match I really care about.
Yeah,
I don't care about the other ones.
I'll wait for it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Anything you want to plug?
I said True Wrestling is this is tomorrow. It's a Sunday in Lamar, Pennsylvania, and I think they announced the matches yet, but me and Matt Turner will be in tag team action at True Wrestling, Lamar, Pennsylvania. The bell time starts at 7.
Speaking of tag team, so Paige has announced she's bringing a tag team in.
I hope it's not Nyan to me. I hope it's the Sky Pirates. And everyone hopes that it's Kairi Sane and Io Shirai, but if it's not, we're all gonna.
Who else could it be?
Absolution. Yeah. We're gonna wrestle.
The other 2 members of the Women's Revolution.
Yeah.
The MMA 4 Horsemen.
No, because they're not ready. My God, they would just if they came out and.
Is there any free agent girls out there that?
I don't think so. I think it's someone in the company. Because I mean, who would have?
It has to be the Pirates.
Yeah.
There's no other way around that.
Because there's no women tag team. There's like Aaliyah and somebody there tagging it.
Yeah,
but
that's what I was
Dakota Kai.
No, not Dakota Kai.
That's what I was going to say earlier. That it's probably be those 2.
I forget her name. She has like real wild hair.
Vanessa Bourne.
Yeah, Vanessa Bourne and Aaliyah. If it's them, it's kind of like
what if it's Ripley and?
Wouldn't that be something? Ripley, Tony Storm. It makes no sense.
Just Ripley and just some other
girl. It's like a metal chick with her. I don't. Yeah. Tony Storm.
Rhea Ripley and Nikki Cross.
No, yeah, there you go. Poor Nikki Cross.
Oh, speaking of a female that we all thought would probably never see again at the Hall of Fame, Alicia Fox, and she made hard cam a few times.
Really?
She did not get fired.
Wow. She should just get up every day and
she has 9 lives.
That she
should be thankful she still has a job.
That she's been there as long as she has, and that she's still there. I can't explain. I don't understand that one. But anyway, I don't know what we're gonna record call the Power Ring or big WrestleMania weekend.
You guys got a lot of
recap
to do.
Yeah. So I don't know because we got the show and we're busy tomorrow. So when we get there, but it will be out calling the Power Ring episode, maybe Monday. So and that's about it. And then we can plug our other show that we recorded last night. Things are not going high school.
Yeah, that's out there. I'm actually I'll be putting the audio up tonight.
Oh, cool.
You can listen to that tomorrow. Anything you got plugged?
Like I said last night, I'm a big racing fan. Tomorrow night's the big opener for Big Diamond Raceway. I'll probably be there with a group of my friends. Saturday, I believe we're going to the movies.
That's Altered Track.
Going to see Pet Sematary.
I'm thinking music.
Oh, we're going to music now?
I think so, yeah.
Music. I've never been
Nikolai talked into the couches, didn't he?
Not just that, it's Block Party weekend.
Yeah, so you want to stay out Bloomsburg.
Yeah. Next weekend, next Friday, we have Bad Maggie at the Roundhouse.
Bad. I'm going to be terrible at work tonight.
Are you going to join us this time?
I don't know.
Come on. I don't know. You live a block away.
Yeah, it's pretty far.
Next Saturday is the Outbreak Wrestling Show.
Yes. Yeah. That's the 28th. April 20th.
Our resident champion here taking on Robbie Radke for the
I'll have
Outbreak
new
title.
gear. I don't know.
I was going to say,
maybe I'll have a jacket too.
So maybe we could do like a cool, all right. So we have one Interviews with Everyday People t-shirt, large.
Okay.
I mean, we the viewer wise,
I still got to give you money for the tornado tag one. I'm gonna do that.
Are we gonna have those by next Saturday?
You can get them made.
Yeah, I can get it made.
Yeah. I want to wear one for next Saturday.
The new tornado tag with the
if you can, if it's not, yeah.
What size?
Medium. I'll PayPal you as soon as we're done here.
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah. So Outbreak Wrestling. That's April 20th, and I'm in the main event versus Robert Radke.
And then
it should be pretty good. A bunch of other good matches there.
We'll get more into that next.
We're going to get next time
because that'll be the
Hamburg Field House. Yeah, Hamburg Field House.
Historic Hamburg Field House. If you've never been there, you're missing out.
Yeah, we'll announce all the matches and everything.
It's gonna be awesome.
I'm looking forward to it.
If you can guess, I mean, we'll see what we do. Wise, maybe we'll make another post on the page. If you can guess the theme of Andy's gear,
as long as the gear maker doesn't post a picture and tag me in it.
Yeah. Unless he doesn't get spoiled.
Which he might.
Is this recent gear that we've seen?
No. Well, he put a picture of it in the chat.
I didn't.
Yeah. We'll put it up just in case.
I'll show you right now.
Yeah.
That is your background.
I don't know if you're going to know who it is, though.
The only thing I got to plug is this Sunday we're doing Bangin' Beers, and Matt Sprague will be on it. We have a really cool beer. that's going to be on the show. It's a beer that has been sought after and talked about on local media, has been talked about on news. WNEP has talked about this beer. People,
you could say it's magically delicious.
yeah, it's a magical beer. So if you're interested,
is it that cold coffee? Did you get that reference?
No.
Oh, okay. Do you remember the Dunkin' Donuts video?
Yeah.
Okay. When all the idiots they interviewed, and she's like, "You go there to Dunkin' Donuts to get cold coffee."
Yeah. So we have a really cool beer. We're gonna do an episode Sunday. So tune in and hang out with us Sunday. We'll be live at 3 p.m.
And then April 27th, we have PBW Super Show 2.
April 24th is my birthday.
Hey.
So,
Super Show 2 up at Hazleton at the what's the building?
It's the Holy Family Academy. It's Alexis. Hey now.
So the Holy Family Academy, and also in the same night we have the Return of Faith and Exile at Strikers.
Wow,
yeah.
And
it's
then
possibly if you wanted to do both, you could.
We will be doing both.
I don't know if because I have to work Sunday, so I don't.
We will be missing probably the first set, but we'll make that.
Yeah. We'll miss the opener at least.
I'm actually wrestling before PPW out in Palmerton for Draven Blazes.
Oh wow,
AFCW. So
and you work Saturday or Sundays?
Yeah, so I might be a little tired.
Yeah.
Saturday
and then
night.
Sunday you're doing Banging Beers with Pat and Maggie.
Yeah.
Really? Oh wow, I thought you were. Oh yeah, you're the interviews with.
That's next month. Yeah.
Okay.
The interviews and Banging Beers are kind of coming into one. Where the interviews can be done, and we have a couple beers while we do it.
Yeah, it's not just I think this beer has hints of.
We kind of put a little bit of a spin to it, and it's a good way to get more guests on. Because some people see the interview show and they're like, "Oh, it's really every episode's kind of deep and dark, and you have to talk about stuff."
Yeah,
and that's not the case.
No, really, mine wasn't dark.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know they're dark well.
Yeah. So and some people are more comfortable maybe just doing the Banging Beers, so they feel it's a little light.
Okay, yeah,
and it's live, so I don't know. So we'll figure that out.
Plus, I think after you have a few beers and you discussing some personal matters isn't so bad.
Yeah. And if I wouldn't talk about super personal matters if people had a few drinks in them, because I wouldn't want to do that to them.
Right.
But yeah, so that's what we have coming up, and we'll see you then. So we'll be live this Sunday at 3 p.m. Tune in. Thank you guys so much for tuning into us, and we'll see you soon. Bye.